Evans' three-point shot.
It's a towering shot, baby.
Red Bulls takes it to the house.
The following is a production of the Rough Rider broadcast team, a presentation of Watlington and Shires Productions.
All right, everybody, welcome. We are in Lufkin, and it is an hour later than we thought it would be. The match before us was a thriller between Kingwood and John Tyler. It went to the 19th game, as close as it could possibly be. And so the two teams have just got on and stretching and warming up. And so we are now ready to get you ready for this with the Cornerstone pregame show. We'll hear from Cornerstone, and we'll be right back with Coach Dykes right after this.
Cornerstone Balance and Therapy is the local place where you go to recover after surgery or after an accident. With up-to-date modern equipment and a staff that cares and knows you by name, the only thing better is where it's located, right at the four-way stop in the middle of town. Cornerstone, helping you get better.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Okay, everybody, we are JBA Financial brings us our quick visit with Coach Dykes. Hey, Coach, do you have a second?
Yes, sir.
We'll go back here and behind everybody. I'll put us on speakerphone and hope it all works. Well, Coach, you don't count on the match before being a thriller.
No, and but what it does is it gets your kids kind of primed and ready to play. When they have C2 teams going at it like that, it kind of gets you a little bit fired up, you know?
Two bigger schools, but it's a fourth seed and a first seed, and it went to the 19th game.
Yes, the Tyler and Kingwood, it came down to the number 6 girls singles. So that just goes to show you it doesn't matter who you are. If you're line 1 or line 6, your match just matters just as much as everybody else's.
Yeah, good thing to see, and pretty high quality tennis.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Both players looked like they were playing solid tennis, and both players looked like they were trying to play to win. And the better team definitely came out on the end. They had the big lead and just kind of hung on.
Yeah. Pretty dramatic stuff.
Yes.
As far as center goes, you're in a week off, but you had practice yesterday,
Yes.
and did that go well?
Yes, definitely. Practice went very well. We kind of focused a little bit on the girls' doubles to start practice yesterday because I feel like that's going to be a key for us today is come out with some strong girls' doubles. Boys, we focused mostly on some singles play and hitting a lot of balls on the boys' side. We're still – I'm not saying we're struggling, but we still have some work to do on the guys' side, and I think it's going to come down to a couple of key singles matches. Now, if we happen to pull a boys' doubles match, great.
All gravy.
All great.
Okay. Well, after the game, we'll visit. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
And that's brought to you by, of course, JBA Financial. They bring us our Coach Talk all year long. We'll hear from them and another one of our sponsors, and we'll be back with more of the Cornerstone pregame show.
What do you expect from a good coach like Leon Dykes? Well, to get you prepared, to have all the basic skills taken care of, and all of the eventualities at least covered, so that you will be ready for the future. That's what they do at JBA Financial. They evaluate today and get you prepared for tomorrow. That's why it makes sense for JBA Financial to support Center Rough Rider Tennis. There's lots of things happening at Zach's Tent Shop.
Like tinting your windows. It's one of the simplest things you can do to your vehicle, but it makes a big dramatic difference.
Ain't nothing marks your style like a custom lift or a drop.
They got light bars and grills and running boards and a lot of accessories.
They got all the best rims and all the best brands. Want to take care of your truck? You take it to Zach's Tent Shop.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Cornerstone Balance and Therapy. What a perfect group to sponsor our pregame show when you need to get back on your feet, when you've been in the hospital a while or you're recovering from an injury. That's where you go, right there where 7-Eleven used to be if you've been here a while, right at the four-way stop across from the Twice the Ice. Appreciate their sponsorship. As far as player talk today, I didn't get a chance to talk to players yesterday, and I could have today, turns out, since they had the delay. But since I didn't know, I didn't prepare. And I hate that, but I did talk to almost every team. And I asked them, were they distracted by the day off? And they like it. They got to sleep late. They got to rest. They got to come actually get in some extra shots that they would normally be in class. And so they think that it worked perfectly for them. I'm not sure if Madisonville's off this week or not. Lufkin is where we are. There's no cars except for tennis cars here at the school on this Tuesday. So that's kind of what the players had to say, and they were excited. And boy, their opening 1, 2, 3, yay was as loud as you would ever want it to be. So, not far from getting started with some action. That player talk brought to you by Center Motor Company. They will also bring us our player of the tournament in post game. So we will hear from them, and we'll be back with the injury report and our starting lineup with Scarlett Shires, who is standing in for her dad, Stephen, today. So we are actually in better hands than we would be normally. We'll be right back with the Cornerstone pregame.
Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center. This by District Round brought to you in part by Sharon Nelson Medical. Walk in and let her take care of you. Texas Glacier Ice and Water, keeping Texas cool. Bounds Insurance, serving Shelby County and beyond for over 50 years. Sabine State Bank, your local bank. And Aurora Concepts, let us take care of you.
Welcome back to the Cornerstone Balance and Therapy pregame show. Lufkin's tennis courts are built so that most of the folks who are watching under a covered sidewalk on primarily one side. There's one group of 3 courts. Behind it's another group of 3, but behind that, which open to both sides, is a court of 2. So there are 8 courts, which means we're going to go ahead and start one single game early. There are 7 doubles matches. Normally that's all that's going on, but there will be one singles game, as well as Chloe Rochelle from Center will be on the court to start the match, which is unusual, but that's interesting. As far as the injuries go from Hope Medical, we are 100%. There are no sprained ankles. There are, as far as I know, not even any bruises. The team is ready to go 100%, and that's really good news here as we begin the bi-district round. And before we go and hear from our sponsors, I want to say hi to Scarlett Shires. Scarlett, how are you?
I'm doing good, Mr. Watlington.
Appreciate you being here today.
Yep, I'm very nervous, but I'm happy to be here.
You're doing good so far. And got a good phone call this morning from an employer. Things looking bright, and I appreciate you taking time to be with us today.
Yep.
Tell us our starting lineup, the 7 teams playing doubles for Center.
So for the gentlemen's doubles, we've got Logan Galindo and Bryce Gaddy playing together, and then we have Chris Acosta and John Ford. And for the third gentlemen's doubles team, we've got Wade Collard and Cooper. I'm not seeing his first name. Sorry, Cooper. There's going to be one of those for the girls, too. For the ladies' doubles, we've got Hall and Reese Cockrell together. We've got Holly Herndon and Laura Skoll. And we've got Gracie Birch with Lawrence is the last name. Sorry, don't have your first name.
What's the last name? Tell me again.
Lawrence.
Lawrence. Yeah, I can't remember that either. I'm sorry. Well,
yeah,
bad
sorry.
news. And Chloe Rochelle, which we didn't know, is one girls singles match, which we hope works for center. Our girls are our strength. It would be nice to go ahead and get a point in singles while the doubles are going on. That would be a benefit. So a little pressure there on Chloe, who normally isn't playing yet. She normally waits for the doubles to be finished. Well, thank you for that starting lineup, Miss Shires. We'll be hearing from you periodically throughout. Thanks for the report. That's brought to you by Hope Medical, the injury report. We will hear from them, and one of our tennis sponsors that every time we do tennis, they're one of our sponsors, Bounds Insurance. And then we'll come back and finish up the Cornerstone Balance and Therapy pregame. We'll be right back.
At Hope Community Medicine, they believe that more than medicine is needed when providing quality care for their patients. With locations throughout East Texas, the vision is to give hope to those who seek a better life by caring for their body, mind, and soul, and not about their ability to pay. Through the network of staff and locations, Hope seeks to be primary provider of medical, dental, and behavioral health. Because the difference that Hope makes is the difference between night and day. Hope Community Health.
Bulletin, bulletin, bulletin. The best in insurance coverage, Bounds Insurance and Center, is now a part of the Rough Rider athletic family, proudly carrying Rough Rider tennis and providing insurance coverage for East Texas for over 50 years. Bounds Insurance says go Center Tennis and go Sarah.
And at the end of that ad, it says go Sarah. Now it's go Lala. It's that the third Bounds girl is on the tennis team this year. She's on the middle court playing doubles. For our Ray Jones keys to the game, we have an old alumnus, a Dykes. Tell us what we need to do to win this match, sir.
What we're going to need to do is we're going to need to sweep the girls, as we've done most of the year so far. They've been carrying, but we need to sweep the girls, and we need to have at least 2 guys wins, and it'll be a comfortable win.
Do you count the mix as
yes,
one of those?
Yes, okay. One of those.
All right.
Either mixed or boys singles or boys doubles, because we're going to sweep the girls.
Okay. I like the confidence. That's Alec Dykes. Appreciate your help. Alec Dykes. And that is the Ray Jones keys to the game. They bring you the keys to the game regardless of the sport. Go by and see them for new Chevys or pre-owned vehicles of all types. Right there next to Covington Lumber, it's Ray Jones Chevrolet. Well, that's going to do it for the Cornerstone Balance and Therapy pregame show. As I look, our A doubles team is spinning the racket to see who's going to serve first, so we are about to get started. Thank you for tuning in. Tell everybody where we are. Let them know that the game is the by-district tournament is going on. It's the by-district tournament brought to you by Hissy Fit. When we come back, we'll start calling tennis. Thank you for listening. We'll be right back.
Cornerstone Balance and Therapy is the local place where you go to recover after surgery or after an accident. With up-to-date modern equipment and a staff that cares and knows you by name, the only thing better is where it's located, right at the 4-way stop in the middle of town. Cornerstone, helping you get better.
Hissy Fit just off the square gives you a chance to personalize your clothes, your backpacks, your purses, really whatever it is that you want to personalize. It gives you a chance to say you support your home team. Hissy Fit supports Rough Rider Tennis, and they bring you this by-district round. It's Rough Rider Tennis, brought to you by Hissy Fit.
All right, here we go. It's the by-district round brought to you by Hissy Fit. If you have any monogramming to do, you go by Hissy Fit. She does such good work there, especially for your spirit team and all that, your Friday night wear. Here we have just gotten started. I am watching the A girls doubles. That will be the first game I call. And there are 3 points into it. Madisonville is serving. Center won the first 2 points. Madisonville the next one. They just served to Sayre in a beautiful, long, wide serve. And it's nearly an ace. Sayre stretches to get to it, but can't. So it's 30-all here in the featured doubles round. You heard all the pregame talk in the Cornerstone pregame, how important it was for the Riders to win the girls doubles matches, because that's where our strength is. But this is a good Madisonville team. At least it looks like here in the early serves. Okay, the first serve is long to Reese Cockrell. Second one, just a little lob. Cockrell sits it back deep. A lob. Sayre decides not to take it. Backhand to Cockrell. Back deep. Hard shot to Cockrell. Up player hits it and hits it perfectly. Hits it in no man's land. Sayre was unable to get to it. Cockrell unable to get to it. So it's add in for Madisonville serving for the first game, 40-30 against Hall and Cockrell, our A doubles team. First serve, good one. Backhand return. Perfect. I wasn't sure if the return would be in or not. It was right on the line. And so the backhand return from the server goes into the net. It's a deuce game. Here in the first game of the doubles here at the by-district round, brought to you by Hissy Fit here on NetSN on YouTube. Glad to be here. Good tennis going on across the girls, all three of the girls' matches in front of me. Here comes the deuce serve, good to Sayre's backhand, lob back to Sayre, and it's long. So they're going to get that point, and we'll see. And that's it. They're not playing ads, I guess. So that was one game for the Lady Rough Riders. As I look across, it looks like Madisonville took the first game in the match between Herndon and Skull. And it looks like they took the first game in the B too. So, the C as well. That's Lawrence and Gracie Birch. So right now, the ladies who have the pressure, needing to win. Okay, I'm wrong about that. That's the Birch and Lawrence are down one. There's no score in the second game. And the one we're following here early with our A doubles, they are 1-0, and they're taking a break. So I'm going to get up and move to the men's side of the draw. Let's see what's going on here. Check them in before I go to the girls doubles center in the middle. Don't know what the game score is, but it looks like right now that it is still 0-0. So the 1-0 for one of the girls' games, 0-1 for the other one. So they split, and our middle girls, our B girls, are still involved in that first game. Serves to Skull. Good return, but she returns it right to the up player. And the up player slams it home for Madisonville. So it looks like Madisonville took that point. I'm picking up the game in the middle of it, and I'm not sure what the score is. But here's the serve. Again, this must be it. Again to Lala. Her backhand return is miscued, and it goes into the net. So, well, no, that's not the game. So across the way, Madisonville's C girls are up 2-0. They have broken. In the middle game, got a good return. Oh, and Herndon short arms her forehand, and it kind of rolls off her racket and harmlessly into the net. So they've lost 3 points in a row. They lose that game, and we'll see what they do with the scoreboard. Yeah, so the Center girls up 1-0 in one game, down 0-2 in one, and down 0-1 in the other. And those are the must-win games for the number 1 seed. Madisonville is the number 4 seed in the playoffs, so Center highly favored in this one. As I move over to the boys, we have our C boys team tied. They're 1-1. The B team with Ford and Scarlett, Ford's partner is
Acosta.
Ford and Acosta are down 0-1. And in the boys A match, also down 0-1 with Madisonville serving. Boy, Madisonville tried a passing shot, and I thought it was out, but Gaddy said it was in. So it was a beautiful served and passing shot. As I am now focusing in on the A doubles for the boys. Here comes the serve to Gaddy. Gaddy is our number 2 singles player. He's a freshman. Good return of the second serve and the return from the server in the net. So the boys take that point. Down a break. They lost their first service game. At least I think that's the case. I think this is game 2. You never can really tell until they change the score. Comes the serve now to Galindo into the ad court. First serve in the net. Second serve is just a pity pat. Nice cross court backhand, but a huge backhand from, he had to really go and catch that and hit it in the perfect spot in the corner from the Madisonville player. So, the Center did everything right. And Madisonville's left-handed player on the left-hand side of the court makes a beautiful backhand to win the point. Big serve to Gaddy, but he gets it back. Forehand, back to Gaddy. Gaddy keeps it low. Back to Gaddy. The back players are trading. Good lob over the head of the up man to Gaddy's forehand, cross court. Good shot back to Gaddy. Long. Oh, thought he got it over. The up man didn't. Pretty tall Madisonville player. And he puts that away to win the point. And it was a good point. It's a really good point, and that's the end of the game. So it looks like here in the men's doubles, it is Center down a break 0-2. In the middle game with Ford and Acosta, it looks like they are up 1-0. In the game across the way, best I can tell right now, it's 1-1. So the boys are basically tied up. It was the girls when we left them that were at the disadvantage. And all the conventional wisdom was the girls have to win all of theirs. We're fixing to go to break, Scarlett. We're going to hear from some of our sponsors. When we come back, we will check in with the mixed doubles game that's going on right now as we speak. You're listening to the Bi-District Round here on NetSN, brought to you by Hissy Fit and Azalea Orthopedics.
Hi, are you tired of the high cost of medical care? Tired of insurance that doesn't want to do anything for you? Don't have any insurance? I'm Sharon Nelson, a family nurse practitioner. I see patients of all ages for very low cash prices. For physicals, illnesses, labs, refills of medications, chronic disease management, male and female exams, suturing, joint injections, minor surgeries. Come see me, Sharon Nelson at Nelson Family Practice, 420 Tennaha Street, across from the Dairy Queen and Center. Se habla un poquito español.
Texas Glacier is proud to partner with Center Rough Rider Tennis because if you're playing tennis, you're working up a thirst. And with thirst, you can't beat Texas Glacier. How about their 8-step filtering and reverse osmosis process for their water, or their clean and clear package ice, or their Squincher sports drink? Texas Glacier and Rough Rider Tennis. When you need a loan to get started in a business or maybe with a home or a new car purchase, you need a bank. You need Sabine State Bank, a small office that understands your needs. What happens when you need to get ready for the state tennis tournament? You call Steve Waters and say, hey, will you play a match against me to get me ready for state level competition? That's what happened with the tennis team and Steve Waters, and will happen with you and Sabine State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the bi-district round of the team tennis playoffs. In center, very early in the tournament, during the doubles rounds, we have 7 doubles games going on, and it is a fight. As we are over here at the mixed doubles, they are switching courts, which means I came when there's not much action, but currently the Rough Riders are on serve, but down 2-1, as I think Jalen Pastel will serve. In our one singles game, there's 7 doubles matches going on, and then there are 8 courts, so they went ahead and put on the singles game. Scarlett, would you take a look and tell me what number Chloe Rochelle is in the singles lineup? She would be the number 5 or 6, I think.
She is not on my list, Mr. Wellington.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then that game is going to be just an exercise game, and won't count for the score, which is fine. That's how you build your way onto the team. But I wanted to come check on the mixed doubles, which is one of my favorite parts. It's as far as I know, Scarlett, the only sport at any level, as far as I know, that boys and girls play against each other for district points. And it makes it just kind of unusual. It's the only game. All the other doubles and singles matches are, boys or girls, but this is the one that is, as it says in the title, mixed. So we're picking up the action here. Rough Riders in the mixed doubles on serve. Jalen Pastel serving the first time. She won her first service point. She's now serving to the Madisonville girl. A little bit long on the serve. Pastel is our number 1 singles player as well. Well, long on both serves. In fact, the second one was further out than the first one, but I respect the fact that she was kind of going for it, not taking a lot off. So it's 15-all. Here in the mixed doubles game. Pretty competitive, as Madisonville is leading by a game in more than the Rough Riders are. Good serve to the guy's backhand. Pastel puts a killer shot to the girl's forehand. Riker tries to put it away, but it's saved. Riker hits it back to the guy. Now Pastel to the girl. Oh, and the Madisonville girl's backhand from Pastel hits the tape and bounces down. Rough Riders win the point. And so it's 30-15 Riders, as Coach Dykes instructed Pastel there on some technicality. Here's her first serve. Good to the backhand. Riker has a put away and puts it away. The way you play it. If you can get a good serve to the competitor's backhand or make them stretch for a forehand, and then let your net player put it away. And so they are double game point here, 40-15, needing the game to stay on serve and go 2-2 here in the mixed doubles. Early in the bi-district round, brought to you by Hissy Fit and Azalea Orthopedics. Pastel serve to the guy, good. Riker moves in on it to put it away. A lob back, keeps it in play for Madisonville. Pastel backhand to the guy. Backhand from the guy to the alley, and it's too wide. It's wide. He was hitting it to Pastel, missed it. By my score, that means Riders win that game, and it's 2-2 here in the mixed doubles on serve. All 4 players have served. And so now we go to the Madisonville gentlemen. And I don't know the Madisonville player's name, so for the sake of this, it'll be guy and girl. First serve, cut serve to Pastel in the net. Second serve. Kind of a badminton serve. Pastel hits a hard one to the girl. Beautiful backhand. Riker fields it at the net, below the net. forces a lob return. Postel back to the girls' backhand. She puts it in the net. Good point played by the Riders there. And they're up. Love 15 in the mixed doubles. 5th game. 2-2 on the game count here. Across the way in the game that's just kind of the exhibition game, Chloe Rochelle is in command of that one. Riker hits a beautiful return of a serve. Turns out it was a little bit too wide. The badminton next serve. Riker goes for the backhand, gets it. Riker. Tomlin hits a good shot to the forehand of the Mustang girl. She just barely gets it over, but Postel finds herself kind of in no man's land. She tried the hard shot. It went out of bounds. So it's 15-all. Just unfortunate right there. Okay. The first serve from the guy to Postel, 15-all long. Here comes the second serve, just a little pity pat. Boy, Postel makes him pay for it with a beautiful back cross court to the forehand. The forehand goes just over to Riker. Riker makes a little drop shot, and nobody even moved. It was too perfect, and so Riders take that point. This is Riders up the break point. Beautiful serve to Riker's backhand, and the backhand bounces into the net, so it's going to be deuce. Now, I thought, being that it was district, that they would play the matches out. I don't think they are. I think they are get to deuce, and they say, who would you like to receive the serve? He's serving it to Postel. Good serve to the backhand. Postel, it's too much. Postel gets to it, but can't get it over. And let's see. Did I have the score wrong? I guess I did. Game's still going on. Now the serve to Riker Tomlin from the Madisonville guy. And Tomlin's, the serve's hard. It comes in low. Riker's return bounces into the net. And so as I leave here, they're going to switch sides with the Riders on serve, but down 2-3 in the mixed round. No clear-cut lead, at least in the early rounds. Scarlett, have you gotten some scoring updates from some of our viewers?
Yes, I've gotten a couple.
Tell me what you know.
So Galindo Gaddy is still down 1-2. Acosta Ford is up 2-1. Cooper Collard is still tied 1-1. Hall Cockrell is up 2-1. Herndon Skoll is up 2-1. And Birch Lawrence is still down 0-2.
Okay. So evening up. You're right. As I look across in the girls' rounds now, the ladies are ahead, but only by 1 in 2 of them, and down by 1 in 1. That's what you said, right? Okay. Well, good. We pick back up with the ladies' doubles. Madisonville is serving. Hard serve to Reese Cockrell. And Cockrell's forehand return is gunned into the net. And as I tend to do, I walked up on the match as they are switching sides. But that does give me a chance to see the score. Make note that currently it is Rough Riders 3-2 in the A doubles match. And let's see, that makes them up a break. So that's good news. Hey, I'm going to ask Ward Herndon a question. So if we're green or we're white, right? So does that make us home or away?
We are. I guess that's visitors.
Okay.
That's the way
So
it is.
all right. So we're white. We're away. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's important because you want to get, I guess the green. Okay. Well, that's the update. As things since the last break have kind of evened out, but these are close games. No one's running away from anything in any of the 7 matches, which is kind of cool. We will take a break. When we come back, we will continue the doubles round here from Lufkin in the bi-district round brought to you by Hissy Fit.
Covington Lumber and Building Supplies is in the capable hand of a 3rd generation of Covingtons. For shingles for your roof, to carpet for your floors, to Farrell Calhoun paint for the walls, bathroom fixtures, and everything in between, Covington's has it, as well as all the lumber you can shake a stick at. Lumber for your home or for other fun projects. You find it all at Covington's.
So, Billy Don, tell us about Brookshire Brothers.
Well, they got just about everything. Got good produce section, a fine meat market, and oh, that chicken. Winner, chicken dinner. And the pharmacist is great, and the people there make it worthwhile. They always got specials if you pay attention, and that manager, he's a nice fella. And the thing is, you can shop at Brookshire's day or night. A lot more night after daylight savings.
Brookshire Brothers Center.
Back here in Lufkin at the bi-district tournament, I'm trying to get positioned so that I can watch some boys tennis. I was I was going to watch the B doubles team of Ford and Acosta, but the moment I sat down, they sat down. But they are up 3-2. Here in the A game, the riders are down 2-3, but on serve, and I'm sitting right in their way, so I'm going to move. And that means that right on schedule, time it so that, I can't call any tennis. But way across the way, opposite me in the third court is our third team. And they are on, looks like they're on serve. Oh, thank you. I just got a note, watch for the fire ants. I haven't gotten in them yet, but I appreciate that. That could have been ugly. I appreciate it. So across the way, the riders have tied their game in the C bracket and have broken serve. So they have a chance to get back on serve, tied 3-3. I remember in the pregame, it was, you got to win all the girls in the mix, and maybe we can pick up a guy. So, well, as it stands, all the guys are either ahead, even, or one behind. It's kind of the same with the girls. These are close matches between Madisonville Mustangs and Center. A beautiful serve across the way, by the way, from Center. And another serve. Was it in? Too far away to tell.
Did you say that Cooper Collard is tied 3-3?
Yes, 3-3. Cooper and what is the? Tell me the last names again. Cooper and
Collard.
Okay.
Wade Collard.
Cooper and Collard. So Cooper has a really good serve. He misses his first serve. Oh, and he puts the second one in the net. But boy, it's got lots of potential. Too far away to tell if
Stay behind it. Go up to it.
if it is a love 30 or 15 all. But he's now serving again. This is to go back to on serve. Beautiful serve. Too much for the return. Backhand goes into the net. So the Rough Riders have at least won one on his serve. It's either 30-15 or 15-30. Too far away to tell. But yeah, this is a key game as they are clawing their way right back into the match. All the guys now in action, and all of them, the matches are close. So it's disturbing. Here comes the serve into the net from Cooper. He double faulted the last time he served over here. Here's his second serve in, return back to Cooper. Cooper shot, backhand, back to Cooper. Now it's to the up man, shot, and Collard with a good forehand across, too much for the Mustang, who puts it in the net. So that's another point for the Rough Riders. They're serving to the ad court now, so this is either to win the game or tie the game. We'll see when we get there. Again, this is a 3-3 match. Oh boy, he hit his serve. It hit the fence before he hit anything else. Don't need to calm that one down. Well, that's hard to do. When you miss hit one that bad, you kind of need to take your time, get everything back under control. And he mishit it again. It's way long. So double faults away at that point. And let's see if they're going to keep the ball. Nope, they hit it back. So now serving to the ad court, it's just got to be deuce. Yeah, it just almost has to be. Yeah, here's that serve. Big serve from Cooper to the forehand, back to Cooper. Cooper's forehand back man, back to Cooper. Playing, and now both guys have moved to the back. They hit a shot that kind of dies with backspin. Both of the Mustangs playing back, and it worked. It was out of Collard's reach, and Cooper couldn't get there, so Mustangs break back, and they will lead 4-3 over there in the C game. Okay. Meanwhile, Rough Rider A team, Galindo and Gaddy. I think Galindo's a sophomore, and Gaddy's a freshman, and they are our A team. So good news for the future. Okay. Rough Riders are up in this A match, in this game. They're down 2-3, but they're up in the game. I'm close enough to hear the score call. Second serve from Galindo. Good. And the backhand return is way long. Miscued. So they're going to win that point. I'm going to see if I can hear Galindo call his score out. 30 love. First serve, a good one to the forehand, back to Galindo. Galindo miscues, foul ball out of bounds. So it'll be now 15, 30. I might have been close enough to him where he heard me calling it. I don't want that type of, that's unnecessary pressure. 30-15 in the A game. Close match for the guys. Good serve to the backhand of the Mustang who gets it back. Big forehand, too big. Galindo went for it and didn't get enough for topspin on it, and it went lobbing long, so it's 30-all. Galindo frustrated. He and his partner talking it over. Gaddy doesn't look like he gets rattled much. Gaddy looks like he's just happy to be here, and that's the right way to be. 30-all. Ooh, big serve. Hits the tape and bounces back. Second serve. Gets over. In. Nice shot back to Galindo. Galindo tried to challenge the up man, hit the tape, and went down. So we've won 2, lost 3 in a row, 30-40. And I'm not sure if this is game 6 or 7. The scoreboard says 3-2 Madisonville. It could be 4-2. It could be 3-3 for all I know. So important to win the game and see how the smoke clears. First serve, little good effort, but a little bit too long. Galindo will have a second serve. 30-40. Serve is in. Backhand cross. Galindo takes the forehand. And the back man trading shots. It's long, so it's deuce. Boy, good games here. As I look across, Rough Riders are up 1 in the B match, down 1 in the C match, and struggling here to at least even it in the A match for the boys. Here comes the critical deuce serve, and that's, they're not doing ads. He was about to serve. He gets the call from his partner. He puts up fingers behind his back, and like a pitcher in baseball disagreed with the call. They're going to try it again. Here comes the serve. Up, through, into the net. It's the first set across the board in the bi-district doubles round. Second service, good. Nice forehand return to Gaddy, who at the up net just couldn't quite get to it. And so they're going to drop a very well-played game. And unfortunately, they lost both of those games. So now the center A team down 2-5, Scarlett, in the first set, 2-5. I see that in the B match with Ford and Acosta, they are up 3-2 currently. Ford serving. Good serve to the backhand, back to Ford, to the backman, back to Ford. They're trading. Ford gets too much of it, and it goes out of bounds. Long. But this is the game that the Rough Rider men are leading in the B match. It's all tied in the C match, 4-4. with the Rough Rider serving. So at least in the C match, no one can win their serve. It's Collard serving to go up a game, 4-4 over there. Ford serving with at least a tie. 3-2 last time they changed. His serve is good, just a little bit long. Have a second serve now. To the ad court. Long backhand return is good. Ford's shot back to him. He had his back to the court, had a backhand, and it was a pretty easy put away for the Mustang net player, and that ended that game. They are switching sides, but they haven't switched scoreboards yet. I guess they're going to let center do that. But we will soon know what the fate is of the B players. Well, they flipped it. Center was up 3-2. Now they're down 4-3 in that middle game. And across the way, our C team, Collard and Cooper, are tied at 4. We're going to watch their game through to the end of it. I appreciate them changing the scoreboard, between. They don't wait till they switch sides, so I know it's 4-4. And it is Cooper serving again. Serve goes into the net. Don't know which serve it is, just watching from a distance. But I know that if they win the game, they are on serve and ahead in the set. Good backhand from Cooper. And the ball goes to Collard. Collard had a chance to pick it up and over, but it goes bad. And I'm sorry, that was Cooper at the net. Collard is serving, I believe. I had that wrong. Yeah. Collard is serving. Cooper at the net. Got it confused because Cooper took his hat off. Both of them look so much the same. Tall, thin, very much like tennis players. All right, Collard serving now to the deuce court, hits the net, bounces long, second serve. Boy, close across the board here. And second serve. Oh, great shot. Cooper stepped in front of it, put a drop shot, surprised both of the Madisonville players. They both ran to it, couldn't get to it, and it's a Rough Rider point on a well-played shot by Cooper at the net. Backhand at the net, hard to do. Had to stretch for it. Collard serving now to the ad court, puts it in the net. 4-4 in their match in the first set. All the games currently here on the men's side in the first set. Nice backhand from Collard, but he put it to the Mustang forehand, and Mustang had enough pepper on it to where they're going to win that one. So Riders down 5-4 in the first set across the way. Down 3-4 in the B game, and they've lost the first set in the A match. So, Scarlett, you may have gotten more recent information than I have. I've been watching the guys, all of them competitive, but all of them now trailing in the first set. What do you hear from the girls' side, Scarlett?
Last I've heard, Hall Cockrell are up 5-2.
Good.
Herndon Skull. Oops, I dropped my phone. 1 second. Oop. Apologies, technical difficulties. I knocked my phone over. Herndon Skull are up 4-3, and Birch Lawrence are up 5-4.
I lost you, Scarlett. I don't hear you.
Oh. Still can't hear me?
Well, I hope you hear me. I'm going to keep on talking.
You hear me now?
Okay, I missed the score after you, Hall and Cockrell.
So Hall Cockrell was 5-2, Herndon Skull 4-3, and Birch Lawrence 5-4.
Great. So the girls started behind, caught up and passed them. The boys started ahead, and they've gotten caught. And that's where it stands. When we come back, we're going to watch the girls in the end of their first set. We'll take a break, though, hear from some sponsors, and we'll come back with more of the bi-district round of Team Tennis 2023 from Lufkin, Texas, Center versus Madisonville. And we're glad you joined us. It's brought to you by Hissy Fit. We'll be right back.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the house warming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas.
Texas Glacier is proud to partner with Center Rough Rider Tennis because if you're playing tennis, you're working up a thirst. And with thirst, you can't beat Texas Glacier. How about their 8-step filtering and reverse osmosis process for their water, or their clean and clear package ice, or their Squincher sports drink? Texas Glacier and Rough Rider Tennis.
So we have a set finished in the men, and it's won by Madisonville. A set finished in the ladies, our A team, won by Center. And watching the B girls, that's Herndon and Skull, at 5-3. And not sure what the count is, but Madisonville is serving. And we'll see how it goes. If they win the game, they win the set. Skull had a heck of a crack at a backhand that would have gone in. It would have been the best backhand ever, but it was just a little bit too low. I believe Mustangs are up in this game, but the one I'm watching, Center's up 5-3 first set. Good return by Herndon, but the up girl from the Mustangs go in and intercept it. But it's a beautiful putback by Herndon, and so the Rough Riders are going to win that one. And here we go. The serve is to Skull. I called her Lele last week. It's Lala. And that's what everybody calls her, not Lele. First serve goes into Lala, into the net. Second serve, less pace. Skull puts it to the backhand, crosses back to Skull, forehand. Backhand a little high and out of bounds, so Skull outlasted in the back and forth. And they win that point. Trying to win the set here if they can break the serve. Here comes the serve to Herndon. Good serve. Up's a little bit too long, but you wouldn't know it by Herndon's return. Great backhand. Here's the second serve to Herndon. Goes over, cut back in, back to the server. Shot back to Herndon. She has to chase it down. Up person lets it bounce, and it lands out of bounds. So a good effort from Herndon to go and fetch that one. Almost made it. And if it had the up person would have had her back to everything. I mean, nearly impossible. Serve to Lala. Getting close to the end of this one. First serve into the net. Fighting for that first set. Serve is good. It's back. Up person. Herndon hit a beautiful one at her shoestrings. Gets back to the server. The server hits a big forehand, goes too long. And it must be deuce because they're still serving. I watched at least 5 points. Got into the game when it was, already underway. So, ladies leading 5-3 in the middle match. Service good. Cut return from Herndon good. Another shot from Herndon too much. The forehand goes deep. So, riders are going to lose that one, but they are still leading in that middle set. The B girls, the team of Skull and Herndon, up 5-4 and will be serving for the set. Across the way, in the Lawrence Birch match, looks like they have won. Nope, they've won the first serve. I mean the first set, because it says the white team is ahead, although they don't have it turned the right way. I'm assuming they won the first set, but are down in the second by a game. So right now, 2 girls have won, and 1 girl's team, the middle team, is serving for that first set. I'm going to move over and check. Well, I guess the game that may have the biggest following, the mixed game. It's a good one. And according to the game count, the first set went to Madisonville. So Tomlin and Postel kind of fighting for their lives. And understand how it works. You play 7 doubles matches, and you get those points. The first one to win 10, and doubles. Usually, whoever wins doubles goes on to win it. Not always, but you certainly want to get as many points as you can. Right now, the Rough Riders are leading in the first 1 first sets and 2. We expect them to win another one. It's kind of on serve in the girls. The guys are putting up a noble fight, but we kind of expected mixed to go our way too. So check on that. I wanted to see. It looks like Rough Riders down a set, and it's the first game of the second. The Madisonville boy is serving. Up 30-15 in the first game. His first serve to Riker goes in the net. Second serve to his forehand. Riker really unloads. He gets it back, though. A little dink from Riker to the girl up close, and she makes Riker pay for that. So it's 40-15. 40-15 in the first game. You got fans walking around just kind of taking stock because it's so much fun. You have your interest in your kid, the one you came to watch, but you're also interested in all of them. First serve from the guy to Postel. Postel gets it back. Now they're changing shots. She hits it to the girl. Both of them playing back. Riker playing up. Hits it to the guy. Forehand. Riker puts it into the net, and he gets a lucky bounce. And since both of them playing back, neither of them could get to it. Interesting strategy, though. I see that a lot from Madisonville, is there isn't really an up player all the time. 40-30 in the first game of the mixed doubles match here in this second set. Center lost the first one in a close one. First serve is deep. It would be nice to grab this serve from the guy. A little dink forehand from Riker to the girl. Girl gets it back to Riker. He tries to put it away. Can't quite get enough energy. Back to Postel. To the girl. Oh, Riker had to put away and put it in the net. He had it. He was there. So they're going to lose the first game in the mixed double. So they lose the first set, lose the first game, but they're on serve in that second set. Chloe Rochelle is our student correspondent. Chloe, how did you do in your game? Early on?
Yeah,
I don't know. Okay. There we go. How did you do in your game?
I did great. I won 6-0.
Sweet. Good for you.
Thank you.
What do you have as far as scores? Anything?
So far I just caught up with the mixed doubles, and we are up for the girls double line 1 and for girls double line 2.
Great. So did the line 2 win the set?
Yes.
Great. That's what I was coming to check. All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I have so much sweat on my phone, it's hard to turn the speaker on and off. So the good news is the Lady Riders have won. The scoreboard doesn't show that we've won that middle one. I'm going to ask a parent, did we win the first set yet? And did Lola? And still serving? Okay. They have not won in the middle court. They are leading, but the game is still going on. And over in the far ladies, in the C ladies, there's a concern. We won the first set. Did we win the first set over there in 3? Okay, but down 0-3 in the second. So trying to get all 3 girls first sets, which is instrumental. Good serve from Lala. Herndon put it away. By the time the server got to Herndon's kill shot in that middle B match, it was too much and she knocked it out. So there's some discussion here at Lala serving. And I mean, I went away for quite a while, figured that this set would be over, but it isn't. We'll stay here until this set finishes. Her serve is in and the return is long, and so center's going to win that one. And that's the set. So each of the girls take the first set. Some trouble though. You know, the girls across the way in the C line are down 3 games in the second, but the first serve goes center. The A doubles team down a game in the second set too. So lots of work to do. Mixed doubles lost the first set. Boys, Scarlett, what do you hear about the gentlemen in their first set?
I just got a whole wave of updates, and it seems like all 3 boys lost their first set.
Okay. So the boys, that's kind of what was expected, but it was a lot closer. I mean, all those sets were competitive. The girls' sets were very competitive. And so it's right now 3-3, 3-4. Madisonville has taken 4 first sets. Center has taken 3. So that's where we sit. It's competitive. Of course, it's also close. So the boys could come back and win 1 or 2. We would like to see that happen. Well, halfway through just about the doubles round here in the bi-district championship, Center versus Madisonville. We're in Lufkin, and it's brought to you by Hissy Fit. We'll hear from a couple of sponsors, and we'll be right back with more of the doubles. I'm going to settle in over in the C doubles from the girls and the mixed doubles. Try to watch a little of both of those when we come back to the bi-district round.
When you need a loan to get started in a business or maybe with a home or a new car purchase, you need a bank. You need Sabine State Bank, a small office that understands your needs. What happens when you need to get ready for the state tennis tournament? You call Steve Waters and say, hey, will you play a match against me to get me ready for state level competition? That's what happened with the tennis team and Steve Waters, and will happen with you and Sabine State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Bulletin, bulletin, bulletin. The best in insurance coverage, Bounds Insurance and Center, is now a part of the Rough Rider athletic family, proudly carrying Rough Rider tennis and providing insurance coverage for East Texas for over 50 years. Bounds Insurance says go Center Tennis and go Sarah.
Hi, are you tired of the high cost of medical care? Tired of insurance that doesn't want to do anything for you? Don't have any insurance? I'm Sharon Nelson, a family nurse practitioner. I see patients of all ages for very low cash prices for physicals, illnesses, labs, refills of medications, chronic disease management, male and female exams, suturing, joint injections, minor surgeries. Come see me, Sharon Nelson at Nelson Family Practice, 420 Tennaha Street, across from the Dairy Queen and Center. Se habla un poquito español.
Welcome back, everybody. So the conventional wisdom was girls have to win all of theirs. Mixed really needs to win, and maybe the boys can pick one up. Well, so far we're through all the first sets. The boys were very competitive, but nobody won their first set. The girls were surprisingly competitive. They won all their first sets. Now we are in the second set, and there is some concern because across the way, the C girls with Birch and Lawrence are down, at least the school board says, 0-3. The A doubles, that's Hall and thank you, Cockrell, are down 0-1, but I mean, they're on serve, so not a concern. And the middle, when they're taking a long break between sets, they haven't started their second set yet. But I'm concentrating on the mixed doubles and the third line doubles. Just now going to start calling the game in the middle of the game. Not sure what the score is, but down 0-3, up 1 set, but down 0-3. Just saw them win a point with a just wicked kill shot from Lawrence at the net. But not really sure what the score is. But that game has really got to go Center's way for this to work out. First serve from Mustangs goes to Birch. Birch the serve must have been long. Second serve. Birch returns a burner to both of them were playing back, and they were playing in the I formation. So really, it was Birch's point to win there, as the Lady Mustangs were completely out of position. And that game is over. So they're now over in the third line, moving, and we're going to see what we have. Yeah, good news is that the ladies won, just one of the games. They're not changing. I appreciate the Mustangs changing the score. Okay, there they are, 3-2. So down 0-3, Birch and Lawrence answered, and they are on serve, down 2-3, but on serve. So leveling that one out, needing that one. Okay, mixed doubles going over here. Riders down a set, but they're up 2-1. And I'm going to say that this is probably the most important match on the court right now. The guys were competitive. They all led at some point in their set, but we weren't really counting on a point. We were hoping for a point. The girls were counting on points, and we're really kind of counting on the mixed doubles. Currently, Riker Tomlin serving, up 2-1, but down a set. His first serve to the young man from Madisonville goes into the net. Second serve is way too long. He rainbowed one that was just not going to work. Don't know. I'm walking up to the game in the middle of it. Don't know what the score of this game is, but a good serve from Tomlin to the girl. She gets a little baby one back, cut, slice shot, cross court. No one can touch it. Tomlin totally in control of that one. So good point from center there. We'll see what happens. Hoping they don't. Yeah, they're hitting it back to him. I was hoping maybe that was the last point. Best advice I've gotten so far: watch out for the fire ants. Lots of them up against this fence where I'm standing. If you hear me screaming, that's what it is. So far, so good. Riker again. Oh, I thought he was going to double fault again, but he didn't. Second serve to the guy, good. Both Mustangs playing back. Girl takes forehand back to Tomlin. Tomlin back to her. Tomlin's backhand. Now she moves up and puts it away right by Postel. Nothing Jalen could do. So they're basically waiting until the Rough Riders hit a shot that's kind of shallow, and then whoever it's to comes up and plays up. It's an interesting strategy. The Rough Riders don't do that. They have an up person all time. Tomlin serving now to the girl in the mixed doubles. Down a set, up a game in the second. First serve in the net. Second serve, good. To the forehand. Postel puts it back to the guy who was playing up. Then he moves back, and Postel's backhand in the middle of no man's land goes into the net. Hard shot. The ball is just barely ooching over the net. You're standing there about half court, and you have a backhand. What do? Usually the results are not good. That was the last point of the game. So Madisonville wins the fourth game and evens the second set 2-all with the guy serving. He's won all his serves so far. First serve to Postel to her backhand, good return. Puts it back to Riker at the net. Riker makes him work for it. Good lob, though, back to Postel. Postel back to the guy. Lob backhand. Riker makes him pay for it, knocks it over his head. Good point. They are on serve in the second. I'm going to go up until coach step. First serve, good to Tomlin. And the guy gets a lob over the head. Now Tomlin lobs. The guy lobs. Tomlin lobs back. Exchanging lobs. Now Postel has a chance. Puts it away against the net. Bounces twice. It works. And Riker's happy. On set, 2-all. So, Postel serving. I'm sorry, Postel receiving serve from the guy. They're up a point. Oh, she barely gets over the return, but it's going to work. Now, a bullet forehand, but it goes to the up girl playing up, and a bullet right back to Jalen gets by her, 15-all. Yeah. Postel's return really didn't, it was kind of got lucky. But her second shot was a rocket that was returned with even more power from the girl. So this is the mixed doubles. Center down a set, 2-2 in the second. A game we're kind of counting on. There's a question about the score. Of course, I'm not usually the person to ask, but I think it's 15-all. It couldn't be. It couldn't be because he's serving to the ad court. So I think it's 30-15. So Coach, fortunately, is here, and although he walked up in the middle of the game, I think he knows. Oh, they're having a discussion about the score. Which, I mean, where else does that happen? There's no officials, there's no referees, they're fans. You know, they're just calling out, and it's honor system. I just can't. Can you imagine a basketball game with no officials, and then no scoreboard, and they're like, "What's the score?" And they're working that out now. Gives me a chance to walk back over and see what's going on with the ladies, especially in that far court. The score still shows that the Riders are down in that third ladies doubles. They're up a set. They're down 2-3, but probably by now that's changed. In the middle court with Skull and Herndon, they've lost the first game of the second set, but they won the first set. I just watched them win a point. But the ladies' A team, Cockrell and Hall, are up 2-1 and a set. So things starting to kind of right themselves over on the girls' side.
All right. Unfortunately, I just got an update from the boys' doubles. Galindo and Gaddy lost the second set.
Okay. So the Mustangs score first. They draw first blood with the first point in the boys' A doubles. What about the other two games? What do you see there, Scarlett?
Well, I've sent Chloe to go check on Cooper Collard, but with Acosta and Ford, last I've heard, they're 1-1 on the second set.
Okay. So it's competitive in the second set, yes?
Yes.
All right, good. And we're waiting for a report on the third team, the C's, Cooper and Collard, the CC. And the game's still going on. They've worked out the score. Boy serving to Postel. Great return. Riker had a defensive backhand at the net that he just can't quite get over. So he loses that point, but he's still serving. For the Rough Riders, breaking the Mustang boy would be huge. He's serving to Riker. Serving a little long. Second serve, it's a badminton serve. Good backhand to the girl. Both playing back. Both riders playing up. Postel puts a huge rocket. And we'll see if that's going to be, that's the game. So they break the Mustang boy in mixed doubles. Let's see if they change the scoreboard, what it's going to look like. It was 2-1. It is now 3-2, so they had to break back. The Mustangs had broken, I guess, Jalen's serve. But they broke back, and, I mean, that was huge. That was huge. So the Rough Riders in mixed down the first set, but in the second set leading 3-2. The girls are all taking care of business, although it's a little more tenuous than we were hoping. Across the way, center has flipped in the C match. So it started out, they were 3-0. Now they are up 4-3. They're between sets there. So riding that boat. The A doubles, leading 4-1 in their second set. So in control there. So the ladies are still work to be done in that far corner, leading 4-3, but they have won 4 in a row, which is good news. So what I'm going to do is watch the ladies across the way in that third match and hope for the best. Am I in your way if I stand here in the ants? Okay, that's good news. Okay, trying to get comfortable. There are 2 games between me and the one I'm looking at, but it is Lawrence with a first serve that looked good and was they may be correcting and say it was out. Can't hear it, but Coach Manchak, the assistant coach, is over there. So, yeah, looks like she is going to serve again. So that one, I thought it was a great serve, but they called it out. It's the second point. Serve is to the backhand. Birch with a killer at the net, but they get it back. They scoop it with a backhand. And the long backhand from Lawrence falls short. So what we thought was a point turns out to be a point for Madisonville. So I don't know if it's love 15 or love 30 or 15 all, but we'll see. These ladies that I'm talking about are our C doubles team. They won the first set. That's Birch and Lawrence. Lawrence is serving. They're up a game, but they've had to come back to be up a game. Good first serve to the forehand of the Mustang. She nets the return. So we have a point in that match. If we win it, we will be 5-3 and pretty much in control. Serve to the deuce court is, I believe that's a net. Oh, I think it was in, but hit the net. The next serve, she has to go and reach for it. Perfect serve by Lawrence. Not a whole lot of power, but perfect placement. And she stretched for it and missed it. Rough Rider A team in control, up a set, up 4-1. The second team of Skull and Herndon up a set, and it had 2-1. The ladies across the way, up a set, up 4-3, trying to get that 5th game. Good scoop return from the Lady Mustang, but she scoops it right to Birch at the net. Big, tall, long Birch puts it away. So Lady Riders have won 3 points in a row, so that must be, when I walked up, I missed the first point. They lost the next one, so it must be 40-30 or game point. That's going to be my guess. We'll see. I can leave this match if they can get up 5-3 and feel pretty good about it. First serve is light, little backhand up to Birch, who had a chance to put it away to the left. Don't know if she did. Too far away to see if it was in or if it was a perfect shot. They're hitting it back, so it looks like it was a point for the Mustangs. I'm afraid it might be 40-40. It might be deuce. We'll see. There's the serve. Forehand return to Birch. Oh, it's too long. The serve was long. Second serve. Oh, in the net, and she double faults. And that's the game. So what we were hoping would be the game that makes it 5-3. They lose it. So it's 4-all over there in the girls' C team with Birch and Lawrence, 4-4, and Madisonville serving to go back on serve. Taking a glance at the boys, very competitive in the B. Oh, I just walked up and saw Acosta have a chance to put one away, just foul tipped it. The C team, not looking good for the C's. Collard and Cooper, as they're down a set, down 4-1 at least. But the B team are down 2-1. They're serving. They're down a set. They can win this game and keep it competitive. That would be really good for the Rough Riders' chances. Ford puts the serve into the net, takes his time. Second shot is long. So nets one, hits one long, and that's the end of that game. We'll see what they do at the scoreboard. Nothing. So I'm going to assume. Oh, okay. Ford's still serving. I think the Riders thought the game was over, but he's going to serve again now to the ad court. Boy, he takes his time. Bunches of shots at the net. And there's serve, good serve. Backhand return is good, right back to Ford. Big forehand back to Ford, and it gets past him. Boy, that was well played by the Mustangs. And that's the end of the game. So we'll see what the scoreboard looks like when they switch. Yeah, Mustangs in control on the men's side. Looks like they're going to, unless something changes dramatically, they're going to win all three of the men, which means that the doubles onus comes on the mixed game and making sure we take care of business over there in the girls' C game, where they are tied 4-4 in the second set. Girls won the first set, but tied 4-4 in the second. The A team is ahead 4-1 still, trying to get it put away. B team on serve at least with a set. And C team now well into their game, receiving serve against the Mustangs. I just watched them lose a point, but it's 4-4 in the second set. The girls from center need to win all of these. We'll see if they can do it. Service to Birch. Boy, good serve. Birch goes and gets it. Backhand, taken at the net by Lawrence. A big cross court from the up player who let it bounce and just whacked it. It was a perfect shot in the corner, and they're going to win that game, y'all. So they win both of them, and the girls are facing a split set. They've won the C girls have won the first set, but they're down 4-5 as they switch sides. A quick glance over here at the mixed doubles. Centers lost the first set, and they're down 3-4. So business to take care of here. We've really got to have the three girls to win. We really wanted the mixed doubles to win, and they are down. On the court, our first singles game has begun, and that works against the Rough Riders. What we're used to is the girls making quick work of their opponents and getting the singles started and winning, while the guys are trying to stretch their match out. Well, Gaddy, our number two singles player, is on the court, which means somewhere Galindo is going to be on the court against their two best players. Not the perfect situation for the Rough Riders. We're going to take a break. We'll have two ads, and then we'll come back for the conclusion of the doubles round here at the Bi-District Championship in Lufkin. It's Madisonville Mustangs versus the Center Rough Riders. It's team tennis. The Bi-District round brought to you by Hissy Fit.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Center Rough Rider football tonight brought to you in part by Covington Lumber Supply, 3 generations and still building strong. Ace Hardware, the place for hardware in East Texas. And Brookshire Brothers. They sold their first bag of groceries when the Rough Riders ran their first play, 102 years strong.
Okay, critical here. Oh, the ladies have won their A doubles match, so Hall and Cockrell are victorious. That's good. Our middle team is leading in the second set and up a set. Our A boys, as you can see on the scoreboard, have dropped their set, and the other two are way behind in there. So it's looking like the guys are going to go 0-3. It looks like the girls are going to win too, but the question is, are they going to win the third one? The girls find themselves down 4-5. They're on serve. Nope. They're going to serve it? I don't know what's going on over there. And I'm going to ask and see if we know. Do we know what's going on in the far court? Are they 5-4 or it's 5-5? Okay. 5-5. So the Rough Riders won the game while we were at break, won it pretty quickly. And now they are trying to hold off on this serve and win and go up 6-5. You got to win by 2, though. So this one's still very much in doubt. The second serve from the Lady Mustang hits the net and goes in, so he'll do it again. The Lady Riders are up 4-1 in the B match, so it looks like they're taking care of business. Skull and Herndon. Birch had a put-away opportunity and just framed the shot, and it went deep. So up, tied 5-5 in the second set. And after having won it, the ladies lose the first shot. Madisonville will serve again, up 15 love. Serving now to Birch. Again, really need this one. There's the serve. Birch's forehand, nice forehand. Makes her girl move. Up shot from Lawrence is good. They get it back, and they get it past Lawrence, and it's 30 love for Madisonville in the tie game. Glancing over here at the mixed doubles game. Tomlin serving. And his serve is returned. Postel had a chance to put it away, didn't. Right, Tomlin kept it going. Now Postel puts it away. So 1 point over there going the right way, but still down a set and a game over there. Back here at the girls' doubles, good serve, returned by Lawrence. The shot back from the return goes to Birch, who puts it away at the net. I believe that makes it Madisonville 30, center 15. Serve to Birch. Beautiful forehand. Makes her move again. Cross the way. Perfect return. It gets under Lawrence's racket. There was just nothing for Lawrence to do there unless she could go forward and take it before it bounced. Okay, here is the game point. Serve to Lawrence. Good return. Both Madisonville players playing back. Birch has a shot to put it away. They get it back. Lob to Lawrence. Nice, long, deep forehand, but it's too deep. And Madisonville is going to win that one and go up 6-5 in the second set. Now, the Rough Riders took the first one. Meanwhile, over here at the mixed, scoreboard still says Riders down in the second set, and they're already down a set. But it looks like Riker, I'm going to assume Riker won his service game, and so it's 4-all. They're both chasing a nice lob from the girl, who they get it back, but the boy takes the net and makes a really good, aggressive first shot. I'm going to ask for a score here from my college A&M representative. Did Riker win his service game?
Yes.
Okay, so it's 4-all. Yeah, they just won that. Okay, so good. Yeah. So it's 4-all, second set. The guy who was broken the last time is now serving to Postel, and it's 30 love. Critical stuff because we really need both of these matches. Here is the little badminton second serve to Postel. She puts it deep to the girl, cross court to the guy, and the guy makes him pay. The cross court shot to the Madisonville guy, he just puts it more at an angle. Neither of them can get to it. And if the score is what I think it is, it's 40 love. And the Mustang, the gentleman Mustang, is serving to go up 5-4 in the second set. Already up one set for Madisonville. Good mixed game. Going Madisonville's way right now. Good return by Tomlin, but the girl moves up, gets to it. Now she's at the net. Boy, Postel hits a beautiful backhand. Hits it to the guy. Guy puts it back, right back to Postel, who buries it. So I see Cooper is finished, which lets me know that that match is finished. So 2 doubles matches for the guys are done. Rough Riders have lost both of them. Next serve to Postel from the gentleman Mustang. Good. Postel gets it back. The girl from Mustangs puts it into the net. So it is still game point for the Mustangs. I can also kind of see the girls' game across the way where the Lady Riders won the first set, but they're down 5-6 in the second, serving to try and go to a tiebreaker. Here comes the serve from the gentleman Mustang. It's a little long. We know he's probably going to, a little badminton serve. It's a gentle return from Riker, backhand from the girl to Riker, deep forehand. Girl gets it over Postel, Riker back to her, really deep. They're playing lob ball. This one is something that she can do something with. She gets it to Postel, who puts it nearly away. The guy can't get to it. And so they were down by 40 love. Now it's deuce. It's deuce. Riders tied in the second set 4-all, really needing this game because they lost the first set. So this is the point for the lead in the set. Here's the serve to Riker. It's too wide, so he's going to do his pity pat. Here comes Riker up. Slash return, not much to it. Big return right at the feet of Postel. The girl makes Riker pay for the decision to slash the return. And so they're going to go in 5-4 with Madisonville leading that first set in the mixed. So Riker and Jalen have their work cut out, down 5-4, needing to win really 3 games in a row. I'm coming over here to check on the girls' game on the far side. Where do we stand, gentlemen? I know it's
5-1 in the 2 girls.
We lost the set, so now we're in a tiebreaker, and it's 5-1 center.
No. Center's up 5-1.
Okay, second set, 5-1. So it looks like we're going to win a second doubles round, but over on the far side. Okay, I was afraid of that. So 6-6 over across the way. You're a dog. So the girls lost. Well, no, they've tied the second set. They won the first one, and they are in a tiebreaker. If they win the tiebreaker, they'll win the match. If they lose the tiebreaker, well, then they play another tiebreaker for the match. But that just means that the ladies are tying themselves up in the doubles rounds and not getting to play singles while the guys are having to go to work on that. Birch is serving in the tiebreaker. Good return back to Birch. Good return, trading it, high lobs. Good backhand, chop shot from the Madisonville Mustang lady, and it chops it, and Birch can't handle it. And I think the Riders are having a little bit of trouble with the strategy of having 2 people playing back. It puts a lot of pressure on the Rough Riders. They usually end up either having put the point away at the net or making a mistake. Hey, Scarlett, good news is that the team of Skull and Herndon have won.
Nice.
6-1 in the second set. So the official score now, I guess, is tied 2-all.
That is correct.
Okay. Which means the Rough Rider boys in the second team are trying to hold on over yonder and make it a game. We'll try and check that score.
I think they just lost.
Just right. I see them. Yeah, they're just leaving. So 3-2 officially right now, as Madisonville does what they needed to do, and they sweep the boys. But there is a lot of work to do on the girls and on the mixed game. The mixed team from Madisonville is 1 game away from winning it. Postel serves to the boy, second serve, backhand to her. The girl from Madisonville puts a pretty easy shot in the net, so the Riders are going to take that point. But they're down a set, and they're down 4-5, and they can't lose anything else right now. Got to win this game, obviously. With Pastel serving, and that's good. We want that. She's very good at the service line. Both of them smart young people. I'm having the privilege of teaching them both English. Nice serve from Pastel. Returned lob style by the girl. Pastel goes and gets it. Both players back, so they had a chance, but they didn't capitalize. Beautiful cross court shot. Oh, beautiful cross court shots from Pastel to the boys. They trade them. And then Riker gets his chance to lay down the little cut shot just across the net and just missed it. It bounced and went back at him. The right idea, so close. Fighting to stay in the game. 30-30. Thank you very much, says one of the grandmothers. Good return of Pastel's serve by the guy, makes her run all the way off the court. Riker makes the return pay, though. I mean, Pastel was nowhere to be seen. She had to go all the way off the court, almost ran to the fence to get the return. But Riker picked off the return back across the backhand, and it is Rough Riders' point, 40-30. Serving for the game to tie it at 5 in the second set. First serve into the net. She's serving to the girl in the mixed doubles round. Her shot, soft but good in the corner. Riker at the net hits a backhand, gets them on the defensive. Riker hits 3 shots. They're still in it. Good shot back to Riker, and his third shot was a kind of a limp shot, and the guy from the Mustangs was able to put enough topspin on it to make it sink to his feet, and he had nothing to do but just try and play defense. So here we go. No pressure. The score is 40-all. If the Mustangs win this point, they win the mixed double and go take command of this tournament. Good serve, good lob return. Pastel gets it back. Does it end? No, it's long, and they're going to take mixed doubles. Oh, boy. Not on script. Scarlett, that's not part of the script. Weren't supposed to lose mixed doubles, but they do in 2 sets. In the second set, 4-6. Competitive games. But that's what happened. So now the work is over here on the far court. And let's go to break, and I'm going to try and get a better position, Scarlett.
All right.
So that I can call this last doubles round. We're down 4-2 and cannot afford to go down 5-2. That would just be difficult to recover from. So when we come back, we'll have the end of the final doubles match with Birch and Lawrence fighting for that third Rough Rider point. We'll be right back to the Bi-District round, brought to you by Hissy Fit.
Hey, y'all got a dirty truck?
Well, then take it to Joe's Car Spa for a spa day.
At Joe's, they make them shine.
And they're standing by to work with the community.
They was elected best of Shelby County this year, and it's called Joe's, but it probably ought to be called Reed, since Reed Grant owns it.
So, Billy Don, when it's time for your car or truck to have a spa day, where do you take it?
I don't know where.
Hissy Fit just off the square gives you a chance to personalize your clothes, your backpacks, your purses, really whatever it is that you want to personalize. And it gives you a chance to say you support your home team. Hissy Fit supports Rough Rider Tennis, and they bring you this Bi-District round. It's Rough Rider Tennis, brought to you by Hissy Fit. Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm.
Go.
Okay. I walked all the way across the facility, and the final doubles match is over, and I'm just fixing to ask, Gracie, how did we do? Won the tiebreaker to win the second set? So win in straight sets, and that gives the final score for doubles at 4-3 Madisonville. As it went according to plan, boys put up a competitive fight, lost all three. Girls had their hands full, but won all three. But the mixed doubles round did not go according to script. And so Madisonville comes out in the lead 4-3. All right, Scarlett, that's interesting. Now, there's a lot of empty courts, but there is a couple of games already going on as the singles match between Gaddy and his opponent, which is their number 2 line. Gaddy's down 0-3 in the first set. There's got to be at least another couple of singles rounds going on. We'll have to catch up with them. But at this time, we're going to take what is basically called our halftime break as we kind of update everybody on the score, and I take a break and stop talking for a second, and we'll play that thing that kind of tells folks that are just joining us what it's all about to be in a team tennis match. Scarlett, you good?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay, we'll be back with more live action here in a little bit. It's 3-4. Rough Riders down a point after the doubles round here in Lufkin. It's the bi-district round brought to you by Hissy Fit.
Hissy Fit just off the square gives you a chance to personalize your clothes, your backpacks, your purses, really whatever it is that you want to personalize. And it gives you a chance to say you support your home team. Hissy Fit supports Rough Rider Tennis, and they bring you this bi-district round. It's Rough Rider Tennis, brought to you by Hissy Fit.
The faculty and staff of Watlington and Shires University proudly presents Team Tennis 101. Almost everyone has a mental image of what tennis is, but very few people are acquainted with the team concept. It begins with a squad of players, 13 in all. 6 or 7 boys, 6 or 7 girls, maybe more if you want to alternate between singles and doubles players. Once the contest begins, each game counts a point. So we begin with the doubles segment of the competition. There will be 7 doubles games played, 3 girls doubles matches, 3 boys doubles matches, and 1 mixed doubles match. The only sport in all of Texas state competition where girls and boys compete with one another. At the end of that segment, you can have any score between 7-0 and 4-3. You hope to be at least 4-3. Then 12 scheduled singles matches, 6 boys and 6 girls. The first one to win 10 total games is finished. And when you get to 10, you stop, even if other games are being played. So the pressure is on. Every game counts. And the audience knows that. As the contest gets closer to that 10th game, you see the crowd begin to rush to find the game that might be closest to having it all end. They want to get there for the final celebration. And so you see, Team Tennis strikes a balance. It has the elegance and grace of tennis and the striking dramatic finality of a foot race. So there you have it. UIL Team Tennis Competition. It is a tradition here at Center High School, and a sport that those of us at Watlington and Shires University would love to see grow. Have a good tournament.
At Aurora.
All right, welcome back to the Team Tennis bi-district championship, brought to you by Hissy Fit and Center. Now that doubles play is over, the score is Center 3, Madisonville 4. In the gentlemen's doubles, the match between Centers Galindo and Gaddy and Madisonville, Galindo and Gaddy lost first set 2-6 and second set 1-6, losing the match. In Acosta Ford versus Madisonville, they lost first set 4-6 and second set 3-6. In Cooper Collard versus Madisonville, they lost first set 4-6 and second set 1-6. On to the ladies doubles, Hall Cockrell won first set 6-2 and second set 6-1. Herndon Skoll beat Madisonville in the first set 6-4 and 6-1 in the second. And Birch Lawrence won with the first set 6-4, losing the second set 5-6, and winning the tiebreaker 6-4. And finally, in our mixed doubles, Tomlin Postles lost set 1 4-6 and set 2 4-6 as well. So that's how the doubles are going. And now to play an ad from our sponsors.
Hissy Fit just off the square gives you a chance to personalize your clothes, your backpacks, your purses, really whatever it is that you want to personalize. And it gives you a chance to say you support your home team. Hissy Fit supports Rough Rider Tennis, and they bring you this bi-district round. It's Rough Rider Tennis, brought to you by Hissy Fit.
Thank you very much, Scarlett, for the update. And it is, we kind of thought that it would be 4-3. We didn't think it would be 3-4, as the mixed doubles game didn't go the way we thought. And now there's pressure on really everybody involved. We have two men's singles games that have been going on a while. Our number one and our number two, neither one really expected to take their games, but they are down. Currently, Galindo down 0-5 in his first set, and he's playing a senior that's 2 years older and a pretty good A singles player. So he's learning on the job. Same way with Gaddy across the way. When I left, he was down 0-3, and I'm not sure where it stands now. But those two games are definite advantage Madisonville. Sayre Hall just starting her singles match. She was up, and that's not going to be easy because that was a competitive doubles match, and so we'll see. Across the way, in Wade Collard is down 2 games in his first set, and in the middle, Acosta is just beginning. So I thought we would call a little of Acosta's round because right now he's the closest to him. He's tied. So we'll see how he does. He is, Scarlett, is he our line 3 or 4 player?
I believe he is 4.
Okay. So hoping to have a little success against their number 4 player. He serves. He wins the serve. Got a good back and forth here early on. He gets up to about a mid-court backhand hard shot. Didn't get enough top spin on the forehand and hits it past his opponent out of bounds. So he goes down love 15. There is a football game or something here in Lufkin across the way. I don't understand that on a Tuesday night. Maybe it's an inter-squad scrimmage. That's what we do in center a lot. Maybe that's what it is. Boy, it's loud, though. The PA system is booming. Acosta's good first serve. His opponent gets it back with a backhand assisted by the net. Acosta comes up, and not enough on his shot to really come up, and he gets passed by his older opponent, so it's love 30 for Acosta. He has a good-looking serving motion. Don't know how old Acosta is, Scarlett. He's not a senior. He's a sophomore or junior, I think. A lot of potential here. Good serve, cut return from the Lufkin guy. Acosta pushes him back. Big, deep backhand. Acosta comes up, has a little choppy backhand to his forehand, but a good shot at the net where he takes the pace off. Can't get to it, so he's going to win that one. 15-30, Acosta down, but wins that point. Let's see. Must be mistaken. It must be 15-40 as he wins. He's serving to the deuce court. First serve a little bit long. First time he's missed. Boy, in front of me, Galindo is really playing a good opponent from Madisonville. Good second serve from Acosta. They have now squared away. He has another backhand at about the shoulder. It's a shot I never learned to make. It's hard to do anything offensive with it. It's something you just have to practice and practice. Both of his went out of bounds. So he's going to lose the first one. So here in the men, we have one round that's at 0-5, one round that's at 0-3, and one round that is at 0-1, which is kind of what we expected. But if those games go like that, and if Gaddy's game goes like that, then that will give Madisonville 8 points, putting a lot of pressure on the girls, not just to win, but to win quickly, because we have another couple of guys that are going to be taking the court. You don't want your best players to be in the process of winning when the whistle blows. Checking in on Sayre Hall, our A singles player is up 3-0 in her match, as we kind of expected. And is Holly, Oh, we are at YouTube, and then NetSN. Yeah, that's it. NetSN Live, and then you just tap the Center versus Madisonville. Hope that works. So, looking here across the way, the Reese Cockrell is just starting, no score. Sarah Hall is up 3-love. And looking good, moving her opponent around. In the middle court, let's see, Center's down by 1. It's Holly's match. I don't know if she's serving or not. She's not. So Holly's down a service break in hers, but I mean, that's real early. She's down 0-1 at the beginning of the second set. Really relieved that the girls team of Birch and Lawrence pulled their hotly contested round out. That was critical. Going down 5-2 is real hard to climb out of. Teams climb out of 4-3 all the time. Hall's serve, beautiful to her opponent. They get into a baseline battle. Sarah makes her really stretch for the backhand, and she wins the point. I'm going to concentrate on Holly's round. She's down a break in the middle, and a serve from her opponent just a little bit deep. And Holly has to go and get the ball, and then her opponent drops the ball and has to go get hers. So they're taking a break now as they get ready for the second serve. And Sarah Hall wins another point. Reese Cockrell's game just underway. Here comes the serve to Holly. Backhand return is good to the backhand. They're trading backhands. Holly moves her way back. Did it go out? It was a perfect shot. I didn't know if it was in the corner or a little bit too much, but good shot from Holly. Made her opponent just turn around and run to try and run it down. But it's an important early game for Holly as she lost her serve to begin the match. And trying to break back. Good serve, but Holly gets it back with a cut backhand, and her opponent just sweeps it into the net. Bad forehand, and Holly wins the point. Next serve, right to Holly's forehand, but she short strokes it. Goes into the net. And of course, I walked into the game not knowing exactly what the score is, but all 4 of our gentlemen are trailing in their games, which means all of our girls have to stay ahead in there. Pressure on the girls' side of the draw. So Holly, it's very early in her match, but she's down a break. And we're seeing if she can break back. Good second serve, but Holly's backhand is true. Lob backhand back to her is too deep, so Holly's going to win that point. And I think she's going to win the game. So she breaks back and gets back on serve. And actually, that was the third game, so they're going to change the scoreboard. We'll see. She's still down. So she really needed to win that because it looks like neither girl can win their serves, as Holly is down now with a chance to get on serve. She's down 1-2 as they switch sides. So if you're just joining us, here's what we have to do. Our guys lost all their doubles games. Our mixed doubles, which we were counting on, lost. And it's a good match, but lost. So the girls won all theirs. We're currently at 3-4. The gentlemen singles are, the best of Madisonville's players are on the court now, and Gaddy is down a set and a game. Of course, he's a freshman and he's playing their number 2, and that's a tall order, but that's what he's having to do. Jalen Postel is our number 1 singles player. I think Sarah Hall is our number 2. Is that right?
That is correct.
Have that right? So Pastel disappointed that she lost her mixed round, but she needs to strike back hard. She is down 0-1, but she's on serve here in her game. She wins the point I just watched, trying to get back to 1-all. Pay attention to her game because she's one we just got to have. Got to have the A singles, and it would be nice if we got it quickly because our guys that are facing the top of their senior order are losing, pretty dramatically without winning very many games. So they end up earning points. Remember, it's first 1 to 10, and so if the bad guys get to 10 games, even if you are currently leading in all the other games on the court, it was too little too late. So need some wins pretty quickly. Pastel, beautiful serve. Was it called out? Oh, yeah, that was beautiful just the same. Here's her second serve. Battling back after losing the first game to her opponent's serve. Oh, she had a shot to put it away, but one of the things I've noticed that she's struggling with today is the easy mid-court forehand. She's striking it too low and sending it into the net. It's something that's pretty easy to do. And what's frustrating about it is oftentimes that is your most greatest potential for an offensive shot. And on that one, she put it in the net, and it was the last point of the game. So she's down 0-2 now. She's down a break with her opponent serving. Beautiful serve. Pastel gets it back, but not in, just a little bit too far to the left. So she's down love 15. Assistant coach Manchak trying to calm her down because a lot of it's in your head now. She's disappointed to lose that mixed doubles. Now she's down in singles, and a lot of it's just got to get ready for the next point. So second serve, good return with the forehand. The lob backhand is deep and wide, so it's 15-all. But Pastel, our number one singles player, is down 0-2. This is the player that was on the doubles court against Hall and Cockle. Good serve. Pastel gets it back. She got it back, but it was also wide. So second serve is in the net. So that one was an easy point. Oh, here's the second serve. The first one was a let, and Pastel does the same thing with her backhand as she did with the forehand. Just comes in on it and misses the angle and puts it in the net. So down 0-2, 15-30. First serve in the net from Madisonville. Second serve, just barely over. Pastel makes her pay. That forehand did not go on the net. That's what she had in mind. Meanwhile, I was distracted by some really good tennis across the way by Gaddy. He's hitting good shots, but I think his opponent's a senior. He's a freshman, and he's down one set in 0-3, not going his way. Okay, second serve with Pastel down now, but she hits the good backhand. She's at the net, and she is able to cover the net. She's playing serve and volley tennis, and her opponent just hit it right back to her, putting the pressure on her opponent and won that point. Down 0-2, but trying to break to switch sides with a chance to even it. First serve was going good, but it hit the net and bounced out. Second serve. Pastel, big forehand. And the return is deep. Pastel takes that point. And she's going to take that game. So she breaks back down 1-2, but with a really definitive effort there in that game. Was played much better tennis than her opponent there. Well, I'm going to go to our scoreboard Chieftain, Scarlet Shires. I've been watching Jalen Postel, and I've been watching, of course, you know this, I'm telling you something you already know, but I've been watching Holly Herndon, who is, according to the scoreboard, down 1-2. But I'm gonna ask her dad how it's been since it was 1-2. How's it going?
It's still
1-2. Okay.
Yeah.
So Holly's at 1-2. What's everybody else, Scarlett?
Ooh, I just got updates as we speak. Collard is down 1-4. Acosta's down 0-3. Galindo is in the second set down 0-3. Hall is, I believe, up 5-0 according to this.
Yes.
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 Herndon is 1-2, and Cockrell is 1-0.
Is she up or is she down 0-1?
My source says she's up, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's the scoreboard it's the green is on her side, and it says 1. So I don't know that one. I'm going to go with you. So if that's true, the girls are leading except for Postel, who's early and competitive. But the boys are pretty much getting handled. Where I'm looking at all the scoreboards and it's something to nothing, and the boys are on the nothing end of it. So I don't think we can win this, Scarlett, if we don't get at least one game from the guys. Am I right about that?
Yeah, we probably do need some wins for the
Mm-hmm.
guys.
Yeah, it would be nice if the girls could win quickly, but if we lose 5 of the boys rounds, we're already giving them 9 points, and so either all the girls win before the last boy game's finished, or even then, I think it comes down to that last boys game. So it's going to be difficult for Center. Center finds themselves, down in this one, the way it's going. Cockrell has just turned it's 3-2 Cockrell, or you're okay. In Holly's round, it's 2-3. Is Holly down 1? It's just to have the scoreboard. Okay, so Reese is up 3-0, even though she's on the green side. I think coach is going to go change that. Holly's in a competitive match. Are they on serve, or is Holly fixing to serve? Okay, so on serve in the middle, but yeah, coach went and said, put your score on the white side. So Reese is 3-0. Well, that's better. She's playing well. She's not keeping score well. All right, and then we'll check the Postel game and Mr. Gaddy, who is really he's got a tiger by the tail. I would love to see him win one game, just because it would be hard to. This guy's really, really good. Doesn't look like he's gotten all the scoreboards yet. Okay, so it's dire straits here in the bi-district round for the Rough Riders. The guys lost all their doubles, and they lost them early enough to where their singles games are well into play, and none of the boys are scoring. That's making it very difficult. So the girls are bleeding or competitive, so it's going to be close, but something's going to have to happen. Some sort of heroic effort to change the tide here in Lufkin. In the bi-district round, it's Center versus Madisonville. It's brought to you by Hissy Fit. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more of the singles round after this.
McAdams Propane Company is your East Texas propane provider. Josh McAdams represents the 3rd generation of a family that has kept clean, efficient propane running to the facilities and farms of the area, as well as to the outdoor kitchens that make life fun. They also have the supplies that make an outdoor kitchen possible. Aware of the community, they have provided a luncheon for the first responders of our area. From the beautiful outdoor kitchen to the important fuel that keeps the engines running, keep your engine running with McAdams Propane in Center. This by-district round brought to you in part by Sharon Nelson Medical. Walk in and let her take care of you. Texas Glacier Ice and Water, keeping Texas cool. Bounds Insurance, serving Shelby County and beyond for over 50 years. Sabine State Bank, your local bank. And Aurora Concepts, let us take care of you.
Hissy Fit just off the square gives you a chance to personalize your clothes, your backpacks, your purses, really whatever it is that you want to personalize. And it gives you a chance to say you support your home team. Hissy Fit supports Rough Rider Tennis, and they bring you this by-district round. It's Rough Rider Tennis, brought to you by Hissy Fit.
Welcome back to the by-district round, everybody. It's a close one. It's a close one. Officially, it is Madisonville 4, Center 3, but there are a lot of games going on that are going to finish, and Madisonville is going to get those points. And there are some games going on that looks like Center will definitely get those points. It's going to come down to the wire, and it's going to be an exciting finish. That's what it looks like. Let me brag for a second on our presenting sponsor, Hissy Fit. If you ever look on Facebook at some of the things that they do there, they're really cute. I like the ones that are for your Friday night football game. You know, if you want to really have the cute look for the family, or to support your team, it's remarkable how original it looks. It looks like something you got, from Amazon. Nope, got that right next to Bounds on just off the square at Hissy Fit. So appreciate you guys bringing us this by-district round. Also appreciate JBI, JBI Insurance. Joe Bill is a sponsor for every single sporting event and non-sporting event that we do through this, supporting Center High School, JBI. Also support from the Forge. I mean, this is athletics, and Danbert Column helps people achieve their athletic best. Always do. When you go to the Forge, not only is the equipment good, so is Danbert. Tonight, in an hour and 15 minutes at the pizzeria, we will have the Coach Meek show. Assuming that this ends, I guess we can have two things going at once. Scarlett, can we have two things going at once?
Well, I think that this broadcast equipment that I'm using needs to be at the pizzeria for that to happen.
That's going to be something. Assuming that it happens, and I think it will, Sabine State Bank is the presenter of that at the pizzeria. We'll talk to Coach Meeks and two of his assistant coaches. Sabine State Bank is the presenting sponsor of that. We're going to hear from them right now, and then we're going to get back to the singles round of the by-district championship here in Lufkin, Texas. We'll be right back, everybody.
When you need a loan to get started in a business, or maybe with a home or a new car purchase, you need a bank. You need Sabine State Bank, a small office that understands your needs. What happens when you need to get ready for the state tennis tournament? You call Steve Waters and say, hey, will you play a match against me to get me ready for state level competition? That's what happened with the tennis team and Steve Waters, and will happen with you and Sabine State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back. Stephen Shires is calling me, but I can't talk to him. You know I can talk to him, Scarlett.
I'll text him.
You might text him and say, what are you calling him for? We're in the middle of a game. Well, we also appreciate Fry's Food Truck, everybody. Take a look for Fry's. In the coming week, they're going to be at the yogurt place, Sweet Dreams Yogurt on Tenaha Highway. So you have sweet and fried. That's going to be a real good 1-2 punch. So go find them. Fry's Food Truck. While we've been gone, our A singles game has been finished, and Galindo lost in straight sets, but he was playing their senior #1 singles player, and that die was pretty much cast. The second game is Acosta. We watched him play a good competitive first game, but he's not able to win any of his games either. And the one on the far court is, I believe that's Collard. In his game, he's lost the first set. I think that's it. I think they are at the first set. So, and none of them are winning any games, so they're really getting handled. So what I'm watching is perhaps the most important match of the season no pressure. Riker Tomlin is about to take the court, and he's got skills. He can play some singles, and he is about to warm up and start his game against his opponent. Got to have a game from a guy. Riker is the senior. He lost the mixed doubles round, but if he can win and if Postel can win, well, then they make up for it, and everything has, order has been restored. Sayre Hall is winning hers handily. Competitive game in the middle court as Holly Herndon is leading 4-3 in the first set. Across the way, Reese Cockrell leading hers big time, 5-love. So the girls leading big, the boys struggling. So going over to check on Jalen Postel. She is our number one singles player. She lost the first 2 games. She won the next 3. She's at 3-2. If she doesn't take care of business, then very, very, very steep climb for the Rough Riders. They would have to take 2 boys matches, and that would be difficult.
All right. Dad says that he wants to join the call.
Okay.
So I could probably figure that out.
Bring him in. Bring him in. Would love to have Steven.
All right.
A mailbox belonging to 9345666.
Nope, I got his voicemail.
Not accept new messages
Yeah,
this time.
there's a computer. Hello.
I'm back. I don't know how to end the voicemail call without ending your call.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're still here. I just watched a great point from Jalen Postel, now up 3-2, and looking like she is taking control of her match. And good news, Gaddy over there has won a game.
Nice.
He's not going to win the match, I don't think, but he did manage to take one. He's played really well, good strokes, just against a guy 3 years older than him, and that makes for a very difficult match. So Postel is receiving serve. The scoreboard says 3-2. I'm not sure where they've been since then, but it looks like she is winning the current game, and that is a very instrumental one. 2 most important games on the court right now are Jalen's A singles and Holly Herndon's C singles, and then Riker, who is warming up and about to start. So, just about ready now to start telling you about Jalen's round. Her opponent made a beautiful lob, top spin lob over Jalen's head to win a point. Until then, Jalen had all the momentum. Jalen, the scoreboard shows up 3-2 in the first set. She hits a nice little scooping backhand return of a serve, and her opponent just miscues and hits it long. And so the game's not over, but you just feel like Jalen's kind of starting to take control of this one after she had the jitters. She lost in mixed doubles. Got to have her now. Exchanging backhands after a good serve. Forehand back to Jalen's backhand. Deep, perfect. Forehand now back to the backhand. Now she's going to come up. And she pushed her approach long, and she was nodding her head. She knew it. She was ready to take advantage of the point. Jalen is not a patient player, and I don't think she's been coached to be. She is a serve and volleyer. She likes to get up to the net, force the action. That time the backhand was a little long. Waiting for the serve to the deuce court. Good wide serve. Jalen gets it back. Another wide shot. She gets it back. Backhand right to her. Big forehand to the Madisonville girl. Back to her forehand. Kind of little chip shot. They're exchanging forehands now. This is a backhand. It's a little bit shallow, but her opponent's not coming to the net. Big forehand from Jalen. A scoop return, and she outlasted her. On that time, just stayed at the baseline and went back and forth. About 9 exchanges, and Postel's going to win. This is a long old game. When I joined it, it seems like about 9 points ago, but still playing it. Serve to Postel, goes into the net. Good pace. A little baby second serve. Postel's forehand big to the backhand, but she has to go back and scoop a forehand return. It was not an aggressive return. It was just put in the exact right spot. Pastel had come up to the net. It got past her. And she was slow enough where she was actually able to chase it a little bit, but couldn't catch it. And they're still playing. This is an important game. Good serve. Defensive backhand return from Pastel. Good backhand to her opponent's backhand, and she hits it long. Pastel's going to win that one. And it looks like that's going to be the game. She wins the game. They're moving to change the scoreboard, and we're going to see what it says. How many of those games did Jalen win? She won both of them. She's up 5-2 in the first. She lost the first 2 games, then won the next 5. So she's taking control. Meanwhile, across the way, Gaddy has lost his. We knew that was coming, which takes the score now at least to Madisonville 6, Center 3. But with all the girls leading, at least as far as I know, Scarlett, as far as you know, are all the girls leading in their singles matches?
Yes, as far as I know, all the girls are leading.
Yeah, a critical one is in the middle court as Holly Herndon is in a really good game. They're on serve. She's leading 4-3 at least as her opponent is serving to her. I saw her just win a point. I'm going to check with Big E in that middle game. Is it really 4-3 or has it changed since then? Okay. Big E was watching something else. Sarah Hall up 3-0 in her second set. Won the first one easily. And across the way, Reese Cockrell already won her first set and is leading in the second one. So we got 2 that are firmly in control, but Holly's is being contested. Don't know if she's leading or not anymore. The scoreboard says it's 4-3. Remember, the girls have to just pretty much win everything. They're exchanging backhands, a lot of good ones. Her opponent puts one short into the net. Holly's going to win that point. Hey, is Holly a sophomore? Herndon, she a sophomore or a junior? Don't know. I'll ask her parents. Don't know. It's important. I don't know. I watched that girl grow up, but I've lost her. Hey, Holly, is she a sophomore? Junior. She's a junior. Okay, so the junior is involved in a really good match. Looks like she is up to it. Looks like she is leading. But I want to get the girls kind of squared away before we go and watch Riker, who is going to be the most important match. They've exchanged good forehands after a good serve, a really nice defensive lob from her opponent. Holly gets it back. And now they square up. It's forehand to backhand. Her opponent's backhand to Holly's forehand, standing at the baseline. And her opponent tries a really ill-advised drop shot from way back behind the line, and it doesn't work for her. She's still serving. Not exactly sure what the score is. Well, Sarah Hall is a good-looking, steady, strong player. Her opponent got one by her, but it's one of the few that she's lost so far. 4 girls singles game going, another one about to start. All the girls are ahead. All the boys, first four have either lost or in the process of losing. And Riker Tallman is going to have to be the difference maker. So Holly's opponent hits the serve. Holly hits it back, and boy, it's in the right place. And all her opponent can do is just lob it out of bounds. So we'll see if they are changing sides. They are. We'll see if that's a set or if they're still on serve. Yep. Holly wins the first set, 6-3. So the girls are in control. And now we move to the match. Looks like this is going to be the match. It's Riker Tallman against his opponent. I'd like to know his name because we're going to probably be here calling this one. This one's going to be the most important round. Unless we hear that one of the girls is letting one of their matches get away from them. It's going to come down here. Riker is serving first. I believe this is his second serve. Don't know what happened in the first point. No, yeah, he is. They're just serving each other. Okay, they're still warming up. So there you go. Scarlett, this gives me a chance to ask you, as far as you can tell, what is the scoreboard generally?
So all the girls have won their first set except for Postel, and she's close.
Good.
Galindo and Gaddy lost their game, and Acosta, he lost at least one set, but I haven't had an update in a minute.
He's down a set, but he's fighting back. He's 1-2 in the second set, and that's the important thing. Just keep the game going, keep the point from going to Madisonville. So let's see. We know that then the total score right now is 6-3. Is that what you have?
Yes.
Okay, 6-3 with another one looking awfully likely across the way with Wade Collard, who's down a set and then down 0-3. So it's probable that game is going to end pretty soon. Sayers' game is going to end relatively soon. Joel, thank you. So Riker's playing against Joel, and that's both their first names, so we'll be able to say that. The Madisonville guy is Joel. That's somebody at the stadium listening and knew that I asked that, so that's pretty cool.
Nice, and I just got word that Postel won her set.
Great. So Pastel holds after losing the first two games, just got a hold of herself and started playing as well as we know she can play. Tell you what, Acosta is playing some very good shots. But he's just up against a guy older and bigger and stronger than him, more experienced. But he's got some chops. I've enjoyed watching him play. Even the points he loses, he does very well. Okay, so Riker and Joel are still exchanging blows and kind of warming up after their doubles round. Riker disappointed because he and Jalen lost their mixed round. It's important, therefore, for both of them to win their singles round. Jalen looks like she's taking care of that. Riker's going to have a difficult job because I think probably if we ask Las Vegas, well, the odds would be for Joel, not Riker. So as they have spun the racket and looks like Joel's going to serve first, we'll take a break and we'll come back and we'll join this pivotal match here in the Bi-District Championship brought to you by Hissy Fit.
Bulletin. The best in insurance coverage, Bounds Insurance and Center, is now a part of the Rough Rider athletic family, proudly carrying Rough Rider tennis and providing insurance coverage for East Texas for over 50 years. Bounds Insurance says go Center Tennis and go Sarah. Texas Glacier is proud to partner with Center Rough Rider Tennis because if you're playing tennis, you're working up a thirst. And with thirst, you can't beat Texas Glacier. How about their 8-step filtering and reverse osmosis process for their water, or their clean and clear package ice, or their Squincher sports drink? Texas Glacier and Rough Rider Tennis.
So we've begun this fifth boys match. Officially down 6-3 with some girls winning big. Riker Tomlin and a guy from Madisonville named Joel, they have just begun their round. Riker took the first point, leading 15-love, and second serve for his opponent. Riker takes the backhand, pushes Joel back. Nice lob over Riker's head. Perfect lob. Riker goes and runs it down. Actually gets it back. It's going to be the ultimate put-away shot for Joel, but he kind of misses it. Riker gets it back now. Oh, he puts it away. He had to put it away twice. But that may be the Dairy Queen play of the game right there. Riker going and digging that. and Joel hit it so hard, it hit Riker in the hand, and he dropped the racket. He's trying to shake the hand off. I mean, hit him right in the hand. That was a great point. It's 15 all. But that was a lot of drama to get there. Joel served good to Riker's backhand. He gets it back, but it's short. A big forehand from Joel. Riker gets it back. Another big forehand across the way. Had 2 shots to Riker's right. Riker dug one of them, got back to midcourt, then another one to the right he couldn't get to. So short returns from Riker has given Joel the aggressive advantage in the last 2 points. Joel's up 30-15 over Riker first game. Serve into the net. Wasn't a big serve. Second serve, easy. Riker, pretty good return. Oh, Riker comes up to force the action. Joel passes him to the right perfectly. Puts it right where he had to. So, if you're Riker, you're kind of thinking, maybe I don't want to do that. He's been very accurate both times that Riker has charged the net. So 40-15, Joel serves, not a big serve. Good backhand from Riker. Big forehand from Joel. Big forehand from Riker. Joel gets it back out of bounds. So really good forehand cross court from Riker. Joel had to kind of take it. I think he took it before it bounced. Not a whole lot of future in doing that. So just out of bounds. And Riker lives to fight another point. Still shaking off that shot he took to his right hand. Joel 40-30 over Riker. Serving now to the deuce side. Not a big serve. Good forehand. Here comes the big Joel forehand. Cross court, but too far, so it'll be deuce. Riker battling back. It won't be long before a lot of people are gathering here to watch this one. It will, as the other matches conclude, people are going to figure out this may be the one. Joel misses the first serve. Second serve is tiny. Riker gets it back, but Joel came forward. Riker tried to pass him and just missed. I heard Coach say, make that a two-hander. That really hurt his hand.
All right, give me 1 second to try to figure out how to merge some calls.
Okay.
Oh, I think we're merged.
Shires, are you where you can hear me?
I am, sir. I am listening. I'm nervous, Watlington.
There's plenty to be nervous about, sir.
I thought we were going to blow these guys out of the water.
Well, you would have thought. In the first match today that Lufkin hosted, it was John Tyler versus one of the Kingwood schools. The Kingwood school's the number 1 seed. John Tyler's the number 4. That's supposed to be easy, right? Well, it went to the 19th game and deep into the second set, and it was just a nail biter. So I thought, boy, I hope that's not a sign of things to come. It looks like it is, as the Rough Riders are struggling. It doesn't look like any of the boys are going to win anything unless Riker can. Right. Who is down, just played 1 game, but he's down 0-1, and he's on serve. So we're watching that. Girls look good. How about you, Shars? How was your day?
It's been great, and I was sitting in the jury box, and I quietly had the match on. So I was watching. Everything looks good. I think I'm out of a job. I think Scarlett Scoreboard Shires is a new producer.
She's pretty good, Podge. Yeah. All right, Riker serve, big first serve, too big for Joel. He just screams, "Let's go!" because Rough Riders need a spark. Girls taking care of business. As far as I know, all our girls are winning. All our guys haven't. Riker's the one with the best shot too. Very early in his instrumental round.
Very good. Well, hey, not to worry. We're having our B equipment will be ready to go for the Coach Meets show.
Okay. All right, good.
We're going to be good to go.
Riker's second serve is returned by Joel to his backhand. He puts it long. Meanwhile, kind of quietly in the middle court, Acosta, who lost his first set, is hanging on. He's on serve in the second. He's down 3-2, but he's on serve, making a show. Across the way, Wade Collard has won his first game, but he's down 1-4 in the second. Riker comes to the net, forces the action, makes a great forehand so that Joel has to stretch and try a lob. Doesn't work. So Riker wins that point. It is 30-15 Riker. Big serve, backhand defensive to the forehand, lob by Riker. Joel puts it to the backhand, kind of a cut backhand. Joel has some options, puts it back to the backhand, comes up to the net and puts it into the net. Where Joel set him up perfectly, but just missed the kill shot, and it's double game point for Riker. Trying to even it up here in the first set.
And we need that one.
Absolutely. This is big. Riker's first serve goes in the net. I said Acosta was on serve. His opponent is serving to him, but boy, good points. And Acosta just won one against his opponent who came up to the net. Riker now second serve. Joel puts it to the backhand so good, Riker can't get to it. Perfect shot. And I think it is still 40-30, I believe. Yeah. Riker serving for the game to try and even it up at 1. Ooh, he tried a little drop serve, didn't quite get over. Second serve, big one, and aced him. His first serve was a ginger one. His second serve was big, and he screams, "Let's go!" and he should. You don't see that much, Cyrus. An ace on a second serve.
Right there. That's guts.
Yeah, that's guts.
Go the second serve and go with your top serve.
Tomlin with a little fire in his belly evens the first set at 1-all. Joel's first serve into the net. I'm kind of watching Acosta over there as he's putting up a good fight in the second set. He just had a backhand return. I'm not sure if it was in or not, but it was great. Riker really unloaded on a forehand. I don't know if it was in or out. Riker felt good about it. So I'm really not sure if he won the point. Riker's real happy, but I think it was out. Well, we'll see.
So Scarlett, what is the score? What's the overall score at the moment?
Well, I've got Chloe out scouting all the scores for me, so it'll take a couple minutes. But currently, I know that Postel is up 3-0 in her second set. She won her first set. And overall, the girls have pretty much all won their first set and are in the lead or close with their second set.
All right, let's assume that all the young ladies that are playing win, and all the young men that are playing for Madisonville win. If we break it down that way, where does that leave us? What we play with the men?
What it does, it would give them 8. It would give us 7, and I'm not counting Riker's match because that's the one that's just got to go our way to even it back up. There's a
right. If Riker wins, that makes it 8-8.
That's right. And then there'd be one guy match left and 2 girls. So you see how it all comes together.
Oh yes. So Riker's. I mean that is huge, Watlington.
It's the pivot match. I'm sitting here watching it. Joel is leading in his service game. His second serve, though, Riker, he comes to the net and just couldn't quite get there. Good shot from Joel to make him stretch. So he loses the next game. They're on serve. Riker down 1-2 in the first set on serve, but
right.
Pretty even match. Yeah, this is where it's at. This is where the drama is.
Yeah, this was the Dairy Queen match of the evening because if he wins, advantage Riders. If he loses, advantage Mustangs, right?
That's exactly right. That's it. I mean, if he wins, it's slight advantage Center. If he loses, it's big advantage Mustang. So it's kind of do or die here for Riker. And he and Jalen lost their mixed match. Very good
what a
game.
Surprise.
It lost them 6-4, 6-4. So really good match, competitive. Jalen is taking care of business, but Riker's going to have to. Well, as Riker gets ready to serve, we will keep it here for his serve. Uh, he hits with a lot of pace into the net. Second serve. Oh, nets that one. So he's down low 15 to a double fault. And still looking over there in the middle court, Acosta is the guy still serving to Acosta. No, now it's Acosta's serve. So the scoreboard says Acosta is down 2-3 in the second. Riker's first serve makes Joel stretch a little bit out. So never mind. Second serve.
All right, and I'm told that Hall won her second set. So that's one more for
Good.
center.
Yeah, so it's now 6-4.
Correct.
Put that on the big board.
Yeah, it's 6-4. And to his credit, Collard has definitely slowed the pace of the game down. He lost his first set, just bam, 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 but he's still out there battling.
Now, why is that important, Wallington?
Well, whoever gets to 10 first wins. And if you lose slow, that's better than losing fast. Riker having trouble with the serve. Second serve here, down low 30. Really concentrating on this next one. Can't afford to give another one away. Gets it in. Joel is going to push it long. Easy shot, and he just, well, it's one of those shots, Stephen, where you just hit it. You don't have a strategy.
Right.
It just kind of goes
what happened.
too far. Yeah, and that's kind of what just happened to the Madisonville player. So Riker, 15-30, serving to the ad court, trying to even up this game. He's down. He's on serve, but he's down 1-2. Needs to hold a serve. Tosses it, decides against it. Now he decides against it, trying to find the right toss. This time he gets it. Good serve to the backhand. Good return right down the line. Riker gets just a little shot over the net, but Joel's able to run to it. Now they're at the net, trading blows. Third try for Joel. Finally puts it away. Riker played great defense for 2 shots, but finally Joel had just gotten himself right in the middle and couldn't get around him on the third shot. So now Riker's facing losing his serve here. It's 15-40. Got to win 2. Decides he didn't like the toss. Try it again. Boom, into the net, almost. Hits the top of the tape. Riker's the more aggressive of the 2 players. Joel's the more steady. Riker's going to force the action, and so he's more prone to make the error while he's being aggressive. Second serve up, in, to the forehand. Trading forehands. Riker cuts his, backhand back to Riker's forehand. Big forehand, too big, goes out of bounds. He needed it to have a little top spin, and it just didn't. So now Riker's in trouble. He's down 1-3. He's down a break. He's got to come back and break back here against Joel. First serve into the net from Joel. And even though it took his opponent a long time to do it, Acosta is down 2-5 in his.
Is that first set or second set?
It's second set.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't win one in the first, but boy, he really slowed things down and played well in the second. And Riker's up at the net, pushed the shot to the left. I think it went in. I'm sitting on the ground, so it's hard for me to tell. I didn't see either one of them say. Did that in? Oh, Riker lost that point. All right. So Love 15. Well, 15 Love. Joel over Riker. Good shot. I thought that was in. Another good shot from Acosta over in the second. Collard has lost his. So we are now 7-4. Madisonville over center. Nice cut backhand from Tomlin. Another backhand. Ooh, beautiful pace. Joel manages to get it back. And then Riker does just tees off and completely misses it and sends it into the fence. That was going to be a difficult shot. Joel had found, he controlled the net. So he really was putting pressure on Riker to hit a perfect shot, which he couldn't do. 30 love, good serve from Joel. Riker's return is deep. So now 40 love. Joel from Madisonville about serving to go up 4-1 in the match that means the most. Good first serve. Riker gets it back. Barely gets it over the net. Okay, that one, as Joel ran up to hit the limp shot over the net, hit it too far. So Riker gets one on an unforced error from Joel. It is 40-15 Joel serving for the game. And meanwhile, Acosta has lost his 6-2 in the second set. So that makes it 8-4 Madisonville. All four of those original singles matches have gone for Madisonville to the guys. Riker just lost another point. I thought that was the game. Obviously, unfortunately, I'm wrong. Still playing this one. Riker's still in it. Big serve. Good return from Riker. It's just a little bit. Riker called it deep. Second serve. Little pity pat. Big forehand to the backhand. Big backhand from Joel. Riker was there, but he puts it in the net. He had the shot, but he just put it in the net. Wrong angle. So, here we go. The men's singles have all gone for Madisonville. That gives them 8 points. First 1 to 10 wins. Riker Tomlin in the men's match that we think we have the best chance of winning is down 4-1 as he will serve to try and get back in it. So that's where we are.
Yeah. With that, Washington, I'm fixing to head to the pizzeria to get ready for the Rick Meek show. Because it's live from the pizzeria every week. When that concludes, everybody tune in. Hopefully it won't. Hopefully this thing will go the distance.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Well, while you go away, we will take a break as well and hear from some sponsors, and we'll check in on the other matches that are going on around this by-district championship brought to you by Hissy Fit. Thanks for dropping in, Mr. Shires. We'll be right back.
Excellent. Very exciting match. But I feel a comeback coming on.
I hope so.
All right.
Hey, are you tired of the high cost of medical care? Tired of insurance that doesn't want to do anything for you? Don't have any insurance? I'm Sharon Nelson, a family nurse practitioner. I see patients of all ages for very low cash prices. For physicals, illnesses, labs, refills of medications, chronic disease management, male and female exams, suturing, joint injections, minor surgeries. Come see me, Sharon Nelson at Nelson Family Practice, 420 Tenaha Street, across from the Dairy Queen and Center. Se habla un poquito español.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the house warming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas.
So, Billy Don, tell us about Brookshire Brothers.
Well, they got just about everything. Got good produce section, a fine meat market, and that chicken. Winter chicken dinner. And the pharmacist is great, and the people there make it worthwhile. They always got specials if you pay attention. And that manager, he's a nice fella. And the thing is, you can shop at Brookshire's day or night. A lot more night after daylight savings.
Brookshire Brothers Center.
Okay, we're checking in on other scores. On the far court, our number 3 singles player is Reese Cockle. She won hers quickly. And we appreciate that. In straight sets with little trouble. So she and Hall, their singles matches give the Rough Riders 5 points. Madisonville has 8. Holly Herndon is still battling away in hers. She is up 3-2 in the second set after winning the first one. At least that's what the scoreboard says. So if she wins, that would then make it, 8-6, correct? And Jalen Postel leading in hers. She'd go into the scoreboard by a score of 5-2. So she's 1 game away. Holly's 2 games away. And then the score would be 8-7. But we know that the guys are going to have to take one for this to go Center's way. And right now, there's no sign of that. But John Ford, our last guy, is taking court and warming up. He will be, along with Riker, our last hope for a guy's score. Postel high-fiving coach. Just got clarification, Scarlett, that we have the line 5 in just starting, and the Center's up 2-1. Who is our number 5 singles player?
For girls or boys?
For girls.
Oh, that's Laura Skull.
Who?
Laura? Lala?
Okay. Well, okay. Yes, that is Laura Skull. All right. She is beginning her match. She's up 2-1 in the first set. So that's good. And Jalen Postel is trying to close out her set, although she lost her first point, up 5-2. A lot's going on here now. Behind me, there are Little League football players at practice. We just had a guy on a horse ride through. There's a football game of some sort going on in the stadium, and then this by-district round brought to you guys by Hissy Fit, and it's a close one. It's a dealie. It's a dealio. So, in the first game with John Ford, he lost the first one, and he is up against a firecracker, a guy with a big serve, and really is probably the same age, but with a whole lot more power. John's more of a finesse and shot selection guy, so that's going to be what we're facing there. Let's see, Holly is up 5-2, so she is taking care of business. All the girls are on schedule to win in 2. But it's going to come down to John Ford and Riker Tomlin. John just picked up a really good point with a backhand scoop against his opponent. Either one of those guys can win and give the Rough Riders life, but one of them's got to. Can't be swept. Checking on Riker's score. When we left, he was 4-1. He's now down 5-1. And his opponent serving for the set. So really, we have on the court 2 seniors, 2 good, experienced players, just neither of them able to really get her done as Riker drops the first set 6-1. And so they are, with Joel, the name of the Mustang, 1 set away there from finishing that one. Next door to that round is Gracie Birch. She's beginning her round. Of course, Gracie's going to have to win that. And she's going to need to win it before, as quickly as she can, because the 2 gentlemen's matches that are on the court right now for Center, if they don't go Center's way, will finish the by-district championship, and it will be Madisonville scoring the huge 4th seed upset over the Riders. We've had not a dominant season, but a good season. Nothing that would let you think that they would come to a by-district upset. So I am changing my attention over here to the John Ford match, who's down 1, but he's serving. We'll see. Maybe down 0-2. The guy had an awfully big serve, but we'll see.
I'm told he's actually tied 1-1, but we'll have to see when the scoreboard updates.
Okay, that's great. I hope that's exactly what happened, because he would be serving then to get back on serve. A game of slice, forehands and backhands, and Ford comes up short on it, so he loses that first point. Ford serve up into the net. Second serve in, nice and deep to the forehand. A tiny forehand, beautiful forehand by Ford, has the guy looking the wrong way. So he picks that one up. You get the feeling, I don't know the name of the Mustang that John is playing against. He's awfully casual. One of those guys that he just kind of has a swagger. Good first serve by Ford, a little dinky backhand, but it was deep. Ford back to his backhand, another dink. Ford's forehand back to the backhand. This one has some pace. Ford's forehand, he tries to put it away a little bit long. Just a little bit long. He decided to be aggressive, and it almost paid off. If it had hit the line, it would have been a point. As it was, it goes Madisonville's way. And Scarlett and I see 1-0 Madisonville. She sees 1-1. And that's what I'm hoping it is Ford is serving, misses his first serve, second serve hits the same spot. So he double faults that point away. That hurts. Meanwhile, Holly Herndon is playing next door, moving her opponent around, leading 5-2. At least that's what the scoreboard says. She has such a good, controlled two-handed backhand, and she has just worn her opponent out with it. Moves up to the net and puts away after a beautiful backhand sets her up. She's going to win her match, so we can score another one for center, Scarlett.
Alrighty.
Ford gets his first serve in. Good forehand to the backhand of the Mustang. Good backhand now to the forehand. To Ford's backhand. Beautiful backhand. Mustang gets it back. They're playing up. They're playing rally ball, and I'm afraid that John is going to lose a lot of those because his opponent has really no emotion, no movement, just kind of plays backboard ball. But you were right. John had 1-1. So he's down a break. His opponent is going to serve at 2-1 to try to go up 3-1. But right now, it's the best chance the Rough Riders have. Scarlett, what's the final tally right now? What's the big scoreboard look like?
So far, Center's down 6-8, but I'm hoping to hear good news on Postal.
Okay, I'm going to go check her. She was about to finish up a while ago. And let's see if she is still on the court. Yeah, she's on the, nope, she's done. So Postel is a winner as well. I don't know what the final count is, but Postel is the winner. So does that tie us up? Or
that's 7-8 now.
Okay. Rough Riders have 7. Madisonville has 8. That's the same sort of score we had after the doubles round when Center had 3, Madisonville had 4. And the way it has unfolded in the singles, every Center girl has won. Every single boy has lost. Most of the hope now is on John Ford, down 2-1 in the first set, but serving to tie it back up. Some really good efforts so far. And hey, that's Cooper over there, right? Yeah. His game counts, doesn't it? Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So right now, here's the deal. Cooper has just taken the court against his opponent. I don't even know if they're playing yet. They may still be warming up. 0-0. John Ford is trying to break serve to tie his game at 2-all. Riker Tomlin lost his first set. Good play. John Ford came up and took the little baby second serve and just blasted it past his opponent. I don't think the opponent called it out because I don't think it was. It was a really good shot. Ford has a real fighting chance in this. His opponent's so lackadaisical. If the ball comes to him, he hits it hard. I haven't seen him really run yet. So a lot at stake here on this with Ford, with Tomlin, and with Cooper. Easy second serve after the first miss. Ford pushes in. Oh, he had the put away at the net, but it was a deep put away. Probably would have been better to let that bounce and live to fight another day. It was a hard put away shot, and he missed it. So the game continues. So what we're looking at, the there are 3 guys on the court. Madisonville already has 8 points. So, every loss now is getting awfully close to the jugular vein. So, John and Cooper have to extend their, beautiful shot by John. He is feasting on the second service of his opponent, just making him pay for it. Drove it by on the forehand side. And so this is looking like one of those games where on serve means I can't win my serve. Both, after 3 games, no one's won their serve yet, and John's trying to make that true of the 4th game, even at 2-all. Big first serve try. If the guy hits the first serve, but it's a little tiny second serve. And he makes him pay again, makes him stretch for it, goes up to the net, puts it away. John has got the formula for winning against this guy. Hope the first serve doesn't go in, and it hasn't much. And then be aggressive on the second. He wins the game, 2-all. 2-all in the first set here, the one the Rough Riders need. 7-8, the total score. And we'll get a review. Are you staying here and watching John? So when I come back, you can tell me what happened. I have my little bit of help from Ward Herndon here. John's first serve really looks good. Nice return. His backhand hits the net, but gets across. His opponent goes to the net. Ford's backhand attempt at a pass misses. So Ford loses the first point of his serve, but tied at 2 in the first. Checking on Riker. He's down, according to the scoreboard, 0-1 in the second. He's already lost the first. And across, there are 2 other games. They are girls' games. Gracie Birch up 1-0. And then way across the way, I believe that is Lawrence. And she is down 0-1, but on serve. She's about to serve. So those girls, it would be really nice if they would win very quickly. You know what I'm saying? If the girls on the court could blow past their opponents in straight games and get the win while the guys are fighting their opponents off, that's one way to win. Just get there first. So really, if I were coach, I'd be telling our guys, make every point count, take your time on every serve, slow down the pace, and girls, get after it. Ford had a good shot after his second serve, but just hit it a little bit too fat and missed his. Across the way, it looks like the final men's match between Cooper and his opponent is they're still warming up. So that game hasn't started, and that's good. Warm up a long time, Cooper. Warm up as long as he will let you warm up. And let's see what's going on with Lala. Has won her first set, Scarlett. She has won the first set pretty quickly, which needs to happen. In fact, Riker's game is about, Riker is down, but he's won 1 game in the second. Lala is now at about the same spot that Riker is. So maybe, which game will end first, Lala's or Riker's? That's interesting. And Lala's ready. She's sitting there ready to serve, and her opponent, and well, they should, is taking her time to take the court. It's coming down to that. Not only who's going to win the most, but who's going to win the most the quickest. It's what team tennis is all about. It's what team tennis is all about. So I'm watching Lala serve. She puts her first one in the net. Program note, Scarlett, we'll watch her first game, and then we'll go to break. She gets the second serve in, return. They're now at the baseline, returning, and her opponent hits a real fat shot into the net. Lala wins the first one. Now she's right back. Quickly walking to get the ball. Her first serve, unfortunately, was a long way away from her. She had to chase it. Walking briskly back to the service line. Lala has won her first set with no trouble and is pushing it into the second set. Here she goes. Serve goes into the net. Second serve, over and in. Backhand, good one. Lala's forehand, backhand. Trading forehands and backhand. She cuts the forehand to the forehand now. Lala moves up, cuts another one to about the service line. Big backhand from her opponent. She comes to the net and makes a good play. Gets to the net, makes Lala, forces her to make a good shot. Doesn't, it's 15 all. Yeah. More, explain what you mean by that. He just said 2 us, 3 them.
John's two games.
Okay, thank you. John, they're on serve in that weird no one can win their serve way. Yeah, all right. So John lost his serve, and now he's going to try and even it back up by winning, his opponent's serve. So far, he's been able to do that. So Lala is down now 15-30 in this game. First serves in, her opponent gets her return just in. Now they square off and they return backhands. Lala gets the forehand into the net. Didn't quite, had the right idea. If she'd gotten it over, her opponent would have never gotten there. But, I was hoping, Scarlett, that I was going to call a quick 4-point, skull win. Not happening that way. And there is, looks like a little bit of fatigue in her step there. Well, she should. Played a lot of tennis today. Here comes her serve, up and in. Nope, wide. Second serve is up, in, cut return. Lala's backhand goes into the net. So if my count is right, she lost the first game of the second set after winning the first one. All right, we will take a quick break and we'll go back to the critical games, the 3 guys games. Cooper, Tomlin, Ford. Can we win one of those? Or at least stretch it as long as we can? We'll see when we come back. It's the By-District now, brought to you by Hissy Fit.
Covington Lumber and Building Supplies is in the capable hand of a 3rd generation of Covingtons. For shingles for your roof, to carpet for your floors, to Farrell Calhoun paint for the walls, bathroom fixtures, and everything in between, Covington's has it, as well as all the lumber you can shake a stick at. Lumber for your home or for other fun projects. You find it all at Covington's.
Hissy Fit just off the square gives you a chance to personalize your clothes, your backpacks, your purses, really whatever it is that you want to personalize. And it gives you a chance to say you support your home team. Hissy Fit supports Rough Rider Tennis, and they bring you this By-District round. It's Rough Rider Tennis, brought to you by Hissy Fit.
Thank you to Hissy Fit for bringing this By-District round, and it's been an exciting one. John Ford just he didn't put it away. He had a big crush, but his opponent couldn't get it back. He got his racket on it, but couldn't get it back. These 2 guys cannot win their serves. They are 3-3, and all 3 games that they've won have been, beating the other guy's serve. So John is tied up 3-all in the first set in what is becoming the match. We thought it was going to be the Tomlin match, Riker versus Joel. And although Riker has slowed the pace of that one down, he is still behind in it. According to the scoreboard, he's down 0-3. I mean, that was a long time ago that he lost the first set. So the points have become competitive, but now I think a lot of the hopes are on Ford. I said that Cooper was starting his game, and he is, but that's not going to be an official game. So my apologies there. I kind of messed that up. So Ford has won a point now in his service game. Can either of them win a service game? First serve, good. Forehand, casually, okay, because it was called back. So John double faults to that. That's too bad. I thought I heard him say 30 love, but surely that's not it. Good first serve. The return to the forehand. Ford makes a move. Cut backhand. Ford coming up to the net. Pushes it over. Big forehand. a very difficult shot made. Man, as his teammates go nuts, Ford's opponent looks at him and says, "Hey, be quiet. Don't do that. This is all in a day's work." It's good. It's good to have that workmanlike attitude, but it also kind of shows is I don't think he's sweating. If the ball's going to be where he's got to stretch for it, he's not really interested. So maybe Ford can make that work. Fixing to check on Alec. What's the game score here?
It is 3-all. John is up 30-15.
Okay, John's up in this 30-15. He hits a really nice serve, but it's just called long. Second serve, trying to go up in this one. Gets it in and across. Backhand, right back to his forehand. Long forehand return, good. Oh, but it was a little bit too much. He pushed his opponent back just a little bit too much. 30-all now. He had a 30-love lead. 30-all. Okay. 30-all. Game tied 3-all. First set, big serve, nice, easy return from his opponent. And Ford had the angle, but he put it in the net. He was going to make that guy actually run, but he didn't. So down now 40-30. His opponent looking at break point. Neither of them can win their serve. Ford had the advantage, let it slip away. Here is the first serve, another good one, backhand. To Ford's forehand, good one, but too much. Just too much. Putting a little bit too much on it, and coach calls him over to visit. So he loses another serve. None of them can win their serve. He's down 3-4 in the second set.
First set.
Checking over. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
It's the first set, right?
Yes. First set. Riker is down in the second set, but I mean, the scoreboard's been the same for so long, I don't really know what to tell you. It says he's down 0-3. So I think he's been down 0-3 quite a while. I need to check on the girls that are on this court. Instrumental game, yep. Gracie Birch up 3-0 in her first set. And across the way, Lawrence is up 2-1 in hers. I'm watching a point that she's playing now. Good point where they're exchanging backhands, but she wins it as her opponent nets hers. So Birch is now between 4-1.
Stay focused, please.
4-1, leading Gracie Birch in her first set. But keep in mind, that is a first set where, by the way, the Riker count is Riker has 1-4 in his second set, 2 games away from elimination there. That would give Madisonville their 9th point. But Gracie is up 4-1. Lawrence is up 3-1. And Lala was up 1 set. And, we're going to check now. This is, John is down a game, but so far of the 7 games, no one has won their serve. John has gotten it figured out. If his opponent misses the first serve, which he normally does, he's been able to manhandle the second. But that puts the pressure on you to make a shot. First serve into the net. Second serve is against the net. Almost casual. Like, oh, okay, maybe my second serve will go in. So a double fault for the Rough Riders to get that point. So, and what's the game count? I mean, the score, is it 30-15? Big first serve. And then, of course, every now and then one of them goes in. And so he gets that. I think his name is Victor. That's what we're going to call him. I think the opponent's name is Victor. So it's Victor and John. Victor gets that one big serve in. And we'll see. If he holds serve, he will have the advantage in the match. Big first serve, it's long, it's deep, close. Oh. Okay, I don't know. I think it bounced, the ball bounced way far away, so I had to go get the ball. Did John call that out? Yes. Okay, good. Second serve. It was close. It could have gone either way. I thought it was out. So John getting ready for the second serve. Can he take advantage of what will almost certainly be a little bitty bop? Listen to Victor. He's a character. Oh, big serve. So it must have been called in, and this big second serve goes in. I mean, the first serve goes in twice in a row, so Victor's going to win and put him in control of the match at 5-3. John going to have to hold his own serve now to continue in the set. So pressure squarely on the shoulder of John Ford. Scarlett, what line is John in our singles?
5.
Okay. That's the way team tennis goes, y'all. When it's close, the players that are not, highest in the depth chart end up having to win late in the match to win the match. So John Ford just played a brilliant shot on his first serve to go up 15-love. He's the fifth. He's line 5. When we're winning easily, he never even finishes his singles match. But now the whole tournament is watching John Ford and his opponent named Victor. Line 5 to see, basically I think it's going to come down to this one. Ford, 15-love. First serve goes into the net. He's down 3-5. Second serve is good. Forehand gently. Oh, his opponent called it out. Wow. That surprised me, but John is so cool. I think I would have come unglued if I was playing right now, and an opponent called that serve out, but John didn't. He's like, "Oh, it's out. Okay, let's play the next. Let's play the next point." So I respect that. I believe it's 15-0. Here's the first serve into the net. And the second serve. Victor's forehand gets it back. Backhand from Ford. Backhand from Victor to low. Has to move. Ooh. Ford's shot hits the net. Pops over. Victor gets it in. Ford runs and hits it over the back of his head. Keeps it in play. A lob now from Victor. A big, huge forehand from Ford. Victor keeps it alive. A big, huge forehand from Ford. Did it stay in? No. Just wide. Oh, that would have been the DQ play of the game, except we didn't win it. Just wide. What a great point. Hit it over his head perfectly. And then 2 really aggressive shots ended up Victor winning. So, too bad. 15-30. Ford serves, good serve. Nice forehand return. Big forehand return from Ford, and it's his Achilles heel. He doesn't quite put enough top spin on it, and it goes long. And so he's now looking at double set point, down 15-40. And Victor 1 point away from taking the first set. Ford, serve in, forehand stretch. It's a short forehand return. Ford's at the net with a kill shot, takes it, doesn't finish it off. Lob over his head, and it's a beautiful lob from Victor and wins the set on just really good tennis. That was good. Wait, the set's not over. Dadgummit, I can't keep score. John is still in this. I thought that was for the set. My apologies. First serve goes into the net. This has got to be 15-40. Second serve's good. Forehand return is short. Ford comes up and makes him pay for it. Stretches him. It's a point for Ford. Stays alive. Played it perfectly. Big serve. Not a great return. And there's Emily Elliott of Rough Rider Tennis and Stephen F. Austin. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
And I've already hugged you, but I'd do that again. That's Arista from Texas A&M. Aggies and Lumberjacks and Rough Riders coming to see their team. But, boy, the team's in jeopardy here. Ford First serve, big in, return just barely gets it over, but it's enough because when Ford comes up to take it, he takes it too hard, and there he goes, loses the set. 6-3, loses the first set, but it was basically a one-break game. Riker Tomlin has lost his, and so that gives Scarlet Tires, am I right? Madisonville has 9 points, right?
That is correct.
Next Madisonville win is a Madisonville victory where they will upset the number 1 seed. So that puts the pressure on everybody on the court. So we're going to take stock of where we are and take a break and come back for this home stretch. You're listening to the By-District Championship here in Lufkin, brought to you by Hissy Fit.
Hi, are you tired of the high cost of medical care? Tired of insurance that doesn't want to do anything for you? Don't have any insurance? I'm Sharon Nelson, a family nurse practitioner. I see patients of all ages for very low cash prices. For physicals, illnesses, labs, refills of medications, chronic disease management, male and female exams, suturing, joint injections, minor surgeries. Come see me, Sharon Nelson at Nelson Family Practice, 420 Tennaha Street, across from the Dairy Queen and Center. Se habla un poquito español.
When you need a loan to get started in a business or maybe with a home or a new car purchase, you need a bank. You need Sabine State Bank, a small office that understands your needs. What happens when you need to get ready for the state tennis tournament? You call Steve Waters and say, hey, will you play a match against me to get me ready for state level competition? That's what happened with the tennis team and Steve Waters, and will happen with you and Sabine State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here at the Lufkin Panther tennis facility. It's a nice one, 8 courts, and they have been full of drama. The first match today was between 2 6A schools, and it went the full 19 games against a number 1 seed versus a number 4 seed. The number 1 seed pulled it out at the very end. Well, Center's the number 1 seed. Madisonville's the number 4, and it's going the same way. Madisonville leads 8-7. Riker Tomlin lost his in straight sets to give Madisonville their 8th point. There are 3 matches on the court, and one of them is Laura Skull, who is up 1 set and up 3-2 in the second. I'm watching her game now. She has a beautiful lob that lands up. What a beautiful lob, Laura. Dadgum. That's as good as it gets to win her point. But the scoreboard says 3-2. I don't know if it's 3-3 or 4-2 now, but she's leading already by a set. So hoping that she will pull it off. Gracie Birch, last time we saw, was up 4-1. And relatively easily. So hoping that game is a win. Both of the girls have to win, and then it will be 9-9. The decisive game, like it or not, is John Ford's game. And he fell in the first set 6-3. They have just started the second set, but I wanted to come check on Laura. She is, their game's moving a lot slower than I wish it was, but it's okay. You definitely, if we're not going to win the John Ford match, you want the 2 girls to go ahead and finish there so that the scoreboard reads 10-9 instead of 10-8. But that's just cosmetics. We're going to watch 1 or 2 more points here of Laura's and then get back to John's, which is really where it's the rubber meets the road. Laura digs a good serve, got to go and get another forehand backhand. She's running Laura around, but Laura's playing good defense, keeps it alive. The lob back to Laura goes in, so now they're lobbing from the baseline. Good point. Here's a lob that's going to go too far, and Laura's going to win that battle of lobs, but she played really good defense there on 2 shots, going from corner to corner to keep the shot alive, and she wins the point. Again, up by 1 set, and as far as we know, 3-2 is the score. If you're just joining us, wondering why the tennis match is still going on, is because it is a good one. It's what team tennis is all about. Skull just hit a nice lob, and her opponent just missed it. It's reared back and swing and a miss. Your Mustang serves to Laura. I think that's long. We'll see. Laura's return was long. But I think, yeah, that's going to be a second serve. Oh, wait, Laura didn't call it. So she says you have to score it. So that's going to be a point for Mustangs. And I respect that. I think Laura probably thought, yeah, it was out, but I didn't call it. That's my fault. So there, she's going to win that point, and now she's looking for a ball. Walking around, just chilling. Here in this, the darkness descends, and it goes into the net. Mustang second serve to Laura Skull. Does hit in. Laura hits a little easy return, makes her move for it, and misses it. She puts it into the net. Laura's going to win that point, but the game continues. I've seen Laura win now 3 points, and her opponent has won 1. So this has just almost got to be deuce. But I don't know. Sometimes what I think is a point for center is not a point for center. So we'll see. First serve to Laura. She gets to it. Gets it to the backhand of her opponent. Nice, deep backhand, but Laura gets to it. Now the forehand from her opponent makes Laura move. She gets it over the net. Big backhand back to Laura. Nice shot. As the Mustang came towards the net, she was able to keep it low, and it went right past Laura for the point. And we'll see if that was the game or if that was just another point. It was just another point. Laura hit the ball to her, and she tried to catch it and missed it. God, it's one of those things. When I was playing, get the ball to the server. Let's try not to waste time between points. It just drove me crazy as a competitor. But I'm not a competitor, so I need to just be quiet. Okay, the Lady Mustang getting ready to serve. It's deuce because they're deciding which court Laura wants to take it. She wants to take it on the ad side. So the server will serve from her left to right. Here comes the serve, and it's deep. She'll have to do a second one. Here comes the second serve to Laura Skull. It's in. The backhand return is gentle. The forehand is brutal but deep, so Laura's going to win that one. And we'll see if that's between games and they go and adjust the scoreboard. I think they're going to. Laura is walking to the scoreboard. The question is it it's 5-2. So Laura is in definite control of what is likely to be the 17th point. Madisonville leading 9-7. The Riders are 1 point away from scoring the 8th point. I'm walking past John Ford's game where he's serving, but unfortunately he lost the first game. So far he has not won a service game. He's made all his hay against the opponent's serve, so he's going to have to do that now. Going to check the other girls' game. That's Gracie Birch.
Yep, I'm told that she's up 5-4 in her first set.
5-4 in the first. All right. And she's serving. So she'll be serving for the first set, but she's going to have to hurry because John is in his second set. That game is further along. So he's got to win it. And unfortunately, right now, his opponent named Victor is up 2 games love in what would be the 10th point for Madisonville, and will send the Rough Riders home with a disappointing early exit from the playoffs, earlier than they've exited in I don't know how long. So, and John knows it. John knows that all the pressure squarely on him. There are 3 or 4 people watching Laura's game, 4 or 5 watching Gracie's game. Everybody else is watching this one. They know this is where it's going to happen. Big first serve from his opponent. John gets it back to the surprise of his opponent. And Victor hits a little squib shot over the net. John comes and hits a big forehand that just never had a chance. So it's 15 love. Victor already up 2 games to love in 1 set. The big first serve goes into the net. Little tiny second serve. Hit the net, so he'll do it again. It was a let. He has this big first serve, and then he just goes, pooch. Beat me if you can. There he goes, pooch. Here comes John. Cuts it. Nice lob. John moves back and misses it. Hits it to the left. It was going to be a difficult shot to hit offensively. Maybe the better choice would have been just to hit it defensively. Down 30 love now, Victor over John. Big first serve. If it's in, it's a point, and it was. Can't hardly see that. I mean, if he gets that serve dialed in, and it looks like he is, well, then big trouble for center tennis. In the first set, he couldn't get the first serve in, and John made him pay for it on second serve. John's starting to get that body language that you can't have when you need to rally. First big serve is way deep. Second serve, 40 love, though. John hits a big one, misses by about 4 or 5 feet, so the wheels are coming off. As it's John's serve and 3-0. So 3 games away from elimination. If John's going to have to make something happen pretty quickly. I'm checking Lara's score to see if we're going to get the 8th point squared away safely. Because Lara's game was, Lara was winning it, but it was going slowly, and it looks like, yeah, they're still playing. Lara's 1 game away from victory, but she's going to need to go ahead and take care of that. I see her lose a point. We're going to go to break, and then we will not go to break again until this is over. You are listening to the Bi-District Round, brought to you by Hissy Fit.
Bulletin, bulletin, bulletin. The best in insurance coverage, Bounds Insurance and Center, is now a part of the Rough Rider athletic family, proudly carrying Rough Rider tennis and providing insurance coverage for East Texas for over 50 years. Bounds Insurance says go Center Tennis and go Sarah. Texas Glacier is proud to partner with Center Rough Rider Tennis because if you're playing tennis, you're working up a thirst. And with thirst, you can't beat Texas Glacier. How about their 8-step filtering and reverse osmosis process for their water, or their clean and clear package ice, or their Squincher sports drink? Texas Glacier and Rough Rider Tennis.
Okay, we're back here in the Bi-District Round. Lara is trying to finish off her last game to score Center's 8th point. Gracie Birch is still. Have you gotten an update on Gracie? Is she finished her set?
Last I heard 5-4, but could be any second.
Okay. I'm running to check on Gracie. John serving down 0-3, needing a miracle. Well, not a miracle, just needing some wins. Handful of people watching Gracie. Gracie has finished off the first set. So Gracie's won the first set, and what would be, if she can get to the end of it, the Rough Riders' 9th point. John serves into the net. Right now, Riders only have 7. We have 2 girls' games that are nearing completion. John gets his second serve in. He goes to the net and just misses the backhand. Just misses. And he's hitting the ball over to his opponent as if he's lost that game. So, that's bad news. It was a close match in the first set, even though Victor from Madisonville won 6-3. It was every game was hard fought, hard contested. In this one, he's already down low 4. And I'm just glancing over here at Lara to see if she's going to finish hers out in time for her game to count. They're both exchanging rainbow lobs, and Laura Ann won hers. And she wins her second set 6-2 for the Rough Riders' official 8th point, 9-8. 2 games on the court. John is the instrumental one. Down a set, down 0-4. He has a little baby serve. He's at the net. Good shot. His opponent's not going to chase anything. So when he hit it away from him, the opponent just watched it bounce. So Ford wins that point. Stick around for the Wiggins Farms postgame show. Win or loss, we're going to talk to Coach. We will elect our DQ play of the game and our DQ player of the game. And right now I know who that is. The only person that could take the title is John if he comes back. Very difficult situation right here. He finds himself with the whole tournament watching him about 40 different pairs of eyes. Here comes Victor's big serve into the net. Little baby second serve. John comes up and puts it into the net. And knows as soon as he hit it that that's not what he intended to do, something completely different, but it didn't happen. He doesn't have very many more of those kinds of mental mistakes to make. Gracie Birch has won the first set in what would be our 9th point, but still early in that second set. Big first serve is deep. Looking at the faces on the seniors as they realize this might be it. Not how they want it to end. John comes up, little baby second serve, hits it hard, but too hard, and that's been the story really of this match, but especially the second set, where in the first set he was making his opponent pay for those little baby-fied second serves, but in this set he's hitting them way too hard and way too far. Here comes Victor. He'll try the big first serve. Bam. Good serve. John can barely react. Victor wins, and now they're one game away from the by-district championship as Victor turns it to 5-0. They will change sides, and we'll see if there's any words of wisdom that can be said. Looking at some of the seniors kind of putting their arms around each other and saying this is not the way we wanted it to go. Not at all. In the Wiggins Farms postgame show, like I said, we'll talk to Coach. I'll try to talk to a player. I want to be sensitive about that. And we'll get, the final scoreboard. And then you can hang up and go watch what's left of the coach's show at the pizzeria. By the way, Gracie Birch is up 2-1 in her second set and winning the game that she's playing pretty convincingly. Just not sure if she's going to have a chance to finish hers out. John's going to have to win one or two. Good first serve from John, but his opponent calls it out. So he's back against the wall. Here's his second serve. Boom. It's in. Makes his opponent move. Good forehand from John. Opponent puts it in the net. So that's a point for John. It's the second point of the game. I'm not sure if it's 15-all or 30-15. I'm going to ask Emily, is it this game 15-all or 30-low?
I just walked up.
Just walked up. I know he won that point well. Moved his opponent around. First serve. Into the net. Okay, his second serve is not a whole lot different from his first. And it is good serve. Nice, gentle, forehand, and he puts his forehand into the net. A little bit too low. So this is either 15-30 or 30-15. And I hate that I don't know, because if the match ends and I'm not prepared for it, that's not very dramatic. Kind of cheats you guys of the experience. But anyway, he's getting ready for his first serve here. Gets it in to the forehand. Gentle return. Backhand from Ford. Good forehand. Here comes Victor to the net. Backhand from Ford. Perfect pass. And that's good tennis. That's good tennis. That's what it's supposed to look like. So it's either 30-all or 40-15. I think it's 30-all, but he's serving to the deuce side. And in the net. Second serve, good. Good forehand return. His backhand back to the forehand in the corner. A low forehand gives John a chance to come to the net and puts it away with a nice little, what do you call that? Little volley that no way he could get to. Nice little drop shot. But I was hoping that was 40-15. It's not. It wasn't. It's 40-30. It's advantage John. He hasn't won a service game yet. Good first serve to the backhand. Backhand's right back to his forehand. He puts it deep, but not too deep. Back to John's backhand. It's a lob backhand, but it's in. And there's the backhand to John's forehand. Nice one. Man, now they're trading forehands. John puts a deep one, but it's not too deep. Here's another one. Both of them. Now to John's backhand, and he puts it, rolls it into the net. Nice volley, so it is deuce. And we're down to what could be the final point. Gracie Birch is way ahead in her second set, but John's going to have to win this one for Gracie to keep playing. Currently, the score overall is 9-8. John's first serve goes into the net. Second serve is deep. And that's the way the bi-district championship will end, on a double fault from John Ford. He loses in the second set 6-0. A first set that had so much promise, but just doesn't end the way the Rough Riders either wanted or could afford. Going over here to check on the Gracie Birch match, she was actually down 1-2 in the second set, had won the first one. So she will not have a chance to finish hers as they are shaking hands. Well, Scarlett, disappointing. That was a long, let me check.
3:40 on my count.
Yeah, so far this is about a 3-hour and 10-minute phone call, 2 different phone calls, and a lot of tennis, but it's going to officially go down as a 10-8 victory for Madisonville. Not what we were hoping for here in the bi-district round, brought to you by Hissy Fit. Don't go away, Will. We're going to talk about it, make sense of it, and kind of grieve a little bit here in the post-game show. It's the Wiggins Farms post-game show coming right up.
Hissy Fit just off the square gives you a chance to personalize your clothes, your backpacks, your purses, really whatever it is that you want to personalize. And it gives you a chance to say you support your home team. Hissy Fit supports Rough Rider Tennis, and they bring you this bi-district round. It's Rough Rider Tennis, brought to you by Hissy Fit.
Welcome, everybody, to the Wiggins Farms postgame show. Not the kind of postgame show you look forward to. An early exit in the playoffs, an unexpected exit. It's the number 1 seed. We easily beat Hudson for the championship, the district championship. We draw the number 4 seed, but they came to play, and all their guys won, and all of our girls won or were winning. But the key match was the mixed doubles match that went their way. It came really down to that, and that's difficult. So we're going to make sense of it. We'll have something to smile about. We'll name the Dairy Queen play of the tournament. We'll speak to, I hope, our player of the game, although I'm not sure she's going to want to, and I don't blame her. We definitely will talk to Coach. All that's coming up in the Wiggins Farms postgame show in 30 seconds.
Wiggins Farms, they call them the watermelon family, but the product from their farm when the melon's just a baby all the way through to the harvest to your table. It's the juiciest, best melons available. Wiggins Farms, hat not included.
Time for something to smile about, brought to you by Wyndham Family Dental. And Scarlett, my something to smile about is not tennis related. Oftentimes that's the case. It's not game related. Mine is the fact that you volunteered to do this for us, and you did such a good job. And I mean, you found out today, that you got a job. I mean, a real job. This has been a pretty good day for you, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. It's been great.
I really, really appreciate you doing this, and that's my something to smile about. Brought to you by Wyndham Family Dental. Dairy Queen play of the tournament. Riker Tomlin and J.J. Ford tie for it. Neither of them won their singles match, but in their singles match, both of them, in a dead sprint, catch the ball as it's about to hit the fence, hits it over their left shoulder, ball goes in. Riker managed to win his point. J.J. kept his alive for a while, but ended up losing it. But that was, in my opinion, the play of the game. Both of them. And that's the Dairy Queen play of the game. We'll hear from Wyndham Family Dental, Dairy Queen, and the sign shop. And then we come back, we'll try and talk to some of the folks that were playing today. We'll be right back with the Wiggins postgame.
Herbie.
Excuse me?
Herbie, my mouth hurts.
What?
My tooth in my mouth.
Oh, you have a toothache.
Yes, a toothache.
Well, you need to take that toothache to Wyndham Family Dental. If it can be done in a big city practice, it can be done at Wyndham Family Dental.
Oh, well, thanks very much.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those American cheeseburgers.
I'm a vegetarian.
Cheeseburger.
That's what I need. Ice cream.
Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they can all get something good. Dairy Queen. What is the best way to communicate to the people that you want to communicate to? You put a sign in your yard. It says, vote for me, or vote for my friend. It says, congratulations. It says, happy birthday. It can even say, I love you. For the most important messages, it's the Sign Shop. Find them on Cascade Drive, the Sign Shop, Center, Texas.
All right, everybody. Back at the Wiggins postgame show. Coach, thank you for your time. You said you thought we probably needed to be up 4-3 at doubles.
Yeah, I felt pretty confident that going in that we were going to be the stronger girls team, and I felt fairly confident that the girls could sweep and win all 9 matches. And so where's that 10th one going to come from? And it could have come from a boys doubles. It could have come from a mixed doubles. It could have come from somewhere. And it wasn't in the cards today. We were down 4-3 after doubles.
A lot of those doubles matches that didn't go our way were competitive.
Yeah, at line 2 and 3 boys doubles, we were hanging in there, and then in the mixed doubles, we were hanging in there, and I was really looking forward to being up 4-3 after doubles. It just didn't happen today.
Well, I'm sure sorry, but the great thing about tennis is there's still the spring, and we can do damage then.
That's right. In the spring coming up, we have 3 senior girls returning that were region semifinalists last year. And so I feel, if they use their off season wisely, that they will be in a good position to possibly do that or better.
Well, looking forward to it. We hope to follow it. Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you.
And that's brought to you, as always, by JBA Financial, who brings us our Coach Talk. Hey, let's play the JBA ad, and hopefully when I come back, I'll have a student to talk to, okay?
Okay, here we go.
We'll be right back.
What do you expect from a good coach like Leon Dykes? Well, to get you prepared, to have all the basic skills taken care of, and all of the eventualities at least covered, so that you will be ready for the future. That's what they do at JBA Financial. They evaluate today and get you prepared for tomorrow. That's why it makes sense for JBA Financial to support Center Rough Rider Tennis.
Okay, everybody, we're back at the Wiggins Farms postgame show. Our Center Motor Company player of the game is Jalen Postel. She's the one player that lost and then came back and won. But the player I'm talking to is Mr. Gaddy. You're a freshman. This is your first time through this. What'd you think?
It's fun. You know, hopefully we do a lot better next year, and hopefully we get farther into the season.
Yeah, you're having to play dudes 3 years older than you. It's kind of challenging, but I guess you're learning a lot.
It's very challenging.
But I think team tennis is one of the funnest, most exciting things in all sports, especially when it's close like today, and you get to be right in the middle of it. So we look forward to watching you next year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, that's the Center Motor Company player interview. Right quick, Jalen Postel, congratulations on coming back and winning that singles match. You were down 2 games, but you found something, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
And I know that it's hard to talk right now because you're a senior, but thank you for your time. You're our Center Motor Company player of the game.
Oh, really?
Sure.
Oh, cool.
Bound to be extra points for that.
Oh, yeah, right?
That's Jalen Postel. That's our Center Motor Company player of the game. We'll hear from Center Motor Company, and then we'll close it up here from Lufkin.
Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center. Wiggins Farms. You know, they call them the watermelon family, but the product from their farm when the melon's just a baby, all the way through to the harvest, to your table. It's the juiciest, best melons available. Wiggins Farms, hat not included.
Yes. All right, everybody, the last segment and the last bit of the team tennis year, and it ended way too soon. And there are some really disappointed, fine young ladies that are not just good young ladies, but excellent tennis players that won basically everything they played this year, but it just wasn't enough. As their teammates on the boys' side, a lot of them are just young, just inexperienced and doing their best. So there's normally here we do the look ahead to the next match, but there isn't one. They'll take a break, they'll enjoy the rest of their break, and then they'll start getting ready for the spring. I was watching Terry Skoll juggle. I didn't even know you could do that. I'm impressed. He's a man of many talents. I appreciate you, Scarlett Shires, and appreciate Stephen for doing all the work in the beginning that you have to do to make a 4-hour broadcast like this possible. Thank you to Wiggins Farms, and thank you very much to Hissy Fit for bringing us all of the festivities. Well, y'all, right now the coaches show is going on at the pizzeria. Tune into that with Shires and Larry Pearson, our coaching staff. For Scarlett Shires and all our guests, I'm Chris Watlington. And we'll talk to you Friday night from Van when we play the Vandals.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Wiggins Farms. You know, they call them the watermelon family, but the product from their farm when the melon's just a baby, all the way through to the harvest, to your table. It's the juiciest, best melons available. Wiggins Farms, hat not included. Evans' three-point shot. It's good.
Powering shot, baby.
That's a goal by Garcia. Red Bulls takes it to the house. This has been a presentation of the Rough Rider broadcast team, brought to you by Watlington and Shires Productions.